What is going on, good people? I'm your man Smitty, and it is time for Fantasy Football Court. I'm taking your questions. We're determining what trade you should do, what lineup decision you should make, what add drop decision you should make. I'm here to help you dominate your fantasy football league. I'm here to help you dominate week number 10 to the best of my ability. And I'm here to make sure you're making the right trades at the right time to dominate your league. The Fantasy Football Show, it begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? My name is Smitty. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show, and tonight we're doing a little Fantasy Football Court. We'll be taking some phone calls. I'll be answering your super chats in the order in which they come in, so don't worry about that. Drop a super chat. If you drop one, I will be answering. Let's dig into week 10, everything week 10. Trades that you might have cooking up for week number 10. Best in the business, says Eric. Appreciate that, Eric. Let's go. I'm going to try and do a lot of chat answering in this particular show. This one real quick. Can you do the Skywalker thing? Absolutely. Here we go. Skywalker. Let's go. Everybody loves this.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
I'm going to try and keep up as quick as I can with the super chat so that we don't have like some kind of wait at all. We got sneaking a trade to get Mark Andrews. MSRK Andrews. Mark Andrews for Palmer. What are we writing here, bro? Kosher, right? What is this? Paul, what are we writing here? Sneaking a trade in to get MSRK Mark Andrews for Palmer M. Kosher, right? I think he's saying kosher. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Are you saying kosher or are you spelling the players wrong? Okay, Paul, thank you. Kosher, Smitty. All right, thank you, appreciate you. What player are we talking about here? Low Tone, appreciate you being in here. I don't even know what you guys are writing here. A kosher pickle. He's in a kosher pickle. Hit me with your questions. Mixon and Curtis Samuel. Wandell or Nico Collins for Pierce and Garrett Wilson. What do you think? Mixon and Curtis Samuel for Wandell and Nico. What? Mixon and Curtis Samuel, Wandell. So we'll just go Wandell. Mixon, Wandell for Pierce and Garrett Wilson. I'd probably say Mixon deserves a lot more, bro. Deserves a lot more than that. Yeah, I think he did mean kosher. I didn't know if he was like trying to spell a player name. Like, I'm like, who's kosher? Is that kosher with you, Smitty? Mixon and yeah, bro, Mixon commands a whole lot more than that. Zinski dropping a super. Damian Pierce, Palmer, PPR. You're going Pierce. You can't not play Damian Pierce. Damian Pierce is an animal, a beast, a monster, the myth, the man, the legend. Sorry for your typos. No problem, Paul. Paul, you're super chatting. You don't have to apologize for anything. Low Tone, appreciate you being in here, my guy. Drop a question if you got one. I'm keeping up with the supers pretty quickly here. Giants and Titans D. Almond Ross St. Brown boomer bust this week. I think he's gonna have a good game. And would I go with I kind of want to go with the Giants, bro. I'm going with Dable. I think the momentum's there with Dable. I really like this guy. I think his team's behind him. Isaac, what's up? This super chat here from Paul. Paul, I'm saying kosher. Okay. I offered Palmer for Mark Andrews, and it's on the table. I just want to run it by you. I would offer Palmer in a heartbeat. You're talking about Joshua Palmer for Mark Andrews? I take Mark Andrews all day long. I'm kosher with that, bro. That's a phenomenal move. If you pull it off, you're a sorcerer of the day. If you're just making that up, I doubt it gets done. Drop, if it's on the table, punch it. Drop Michael Carter for Tony. I think Michael Carter can be traded. I think he's very tradable right now. I'm not sure that I just drop him. But would I rather have Tony this week? Probably. But Michael Carter's not bad. Michael Carter is attainable. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. Pick 2, Palmer, Ayuk, Moore, Pickens. Rondell Moore, Pickens. Probably Palmer and Rondell Moore. If I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Traded Godwin and Chase for Cup. Smitty approved. Godwin and Chase for Cup. I'd take Cup all day long. That's very Smitty approved. That's very. Let's get to fantasy football court already. Okay, let's go.
It's time for fantasy football. Court.
Short questions only. I'm not reading paragraphs. Like Ada, this is a little too long, Ada. It's a little too long for fantasy football court. Pick 2, drop others. Pick 2, drop others. Damian Harris, Madison, Warren. Pick 2? I guess these are not good options. I'm going to say Madison and Warren for upside alone. That's it. That's the only reason I'm choosing that. They're not good options. They're just not. Swift Jamal for Stevenson. I'd probably rather have Swift Jamal because I'm getting the combo, but I like Stevenson a lot. Well, we going Stevenson or Swift Jamal? What say you guys? Let's get the chat vote on that one because that one's actually pretty tough. I like Stevenson right now a ton, but would you rather have Swift and Jamal? I don't know. Trade accepted. It's a real, bro. That's a great trade. That's a great trade, bro. Palmer for Mark Andrews. That's fantastic. Is the risk Mark Andrews goes on IR or something, or he's worse than we think? Sure, absolutely, but I'm willing to take that chance. Swift or Pollard this week? Pollard's probably safer, Jimmy. Long term, you want Swift. Ramondre all day, says Travis. Ramondre says Hooley. Stevenson. Avi says Stevenson. Yeah, Swift I might be being lured in by just the name. Mexican Coke. Does a body good. Let's get these glasses on. My eyes are already bugging out. I almost need to have these on all the time now. Kind of crazy what it does to you when you start wearing them. You almost need them. They're like you're addicted to them. 199 super chat from Young. I don't see your message, bro. Appreciate your super chat. Juju St. Brown. Give me St. Brown all day long. Give me St. Brown all day now. You like how I'm keeping up with the super chats and the questions at the same time. Pittman or Swift? Only quick questions, guys. Only quick questions. I'm not reading paragraphs. Pittman or Swift? Give me Swift. Murray or Cousins? Give me Kyler. Mexican Cokes are the best. Atta boy. Hooley says got Higgins and gave up Curtis Samuel and Deonta Foreman. I like Higgins. Foreman's pretty good to trade right now. RIP, I realized what I just wrote. I don't even know what you wrote. I forget already. Pierce or JT. Give me... Pierce is safer, but maybe long-term, bro. It might be JT. JT season might be back. It might be back. I'm feeling really good about JT right now. Should I trade Curtis Samuel for James Conner? I'd rather have James Conner. Both have a shot at disappointing you and not being really good go forward, but I'd rather have James Conner. Your Honor, what are you giving up for Najee? I would give up a wide receiver 3 for Najee all day long. And just to maybe on the chance Najee bounces back. Like we said in the panic chamber earlier today, it's like if you don't own Najee, why not go get him? Why not go get him and just sit on it? See what happens. Or you throw him into a deal like my example of DK Metcalf. You want to get Hopkins? You can't get Hopkins with DK Metcalf. But if you go get a Najee for pennies on the dollar, you throw Najee into a deal with DK, you might get a Hopkins. It's a great add-in. Start Debo or Gabe Davis. I'm going Debo for right now, especially with the uncertainty around Josh Allen. But, I think Debo's a good sell. Start Olave or JT. You got to go Olave right. No, Olave's safer. JT's higher risk, higher reward. You kind of got to pick your poison there. I'd probably say start Olave in PPR, and then we see what's what with JT. Smitty, what bust team has the best chance of returning to fantasy relevance? The Broncos or Broncos aren't returning to fantasy football domination or anything, but I think maybe the Colts could. The Colts probably have a better chance because they've got Pittman. Start Debo or Gabe Davis. Yeah, thank you again for your super chat. Travis, thank you for your super chat. I'd probably say these Colt players like Pittman and JT have a better shot because they're total bust worthy. Like JT's the biggest bust of the year. He's the 1.1. He kind of has to be. Yeah, there are other guys that we could argue are the busts of the year or capable of being called the busts of the year, but I feel like it's JT right now. Superflex, Jamal Williams or Stafford. Give me Stafford if he's playing, but it doesn't look like he's more on the he's on the other side of 50-50, the wrong side of 50-50. Olave or Kirk, give me Olave. Got Pierce, Tua, and T. Gave Amon-Ra for Herb. Got Pierce and Tua and T. Higgins gave up Amon-Ra and Herbert. Tua, T. Higgins gave up Amon-Ra and Herbert. Pretty arguable, Zach. I don't think you smashed it on either side of that. Or either one of you crushed the other one. JT, Swift, Pollard, Jeff Wilson, start two. Give me JT and probably... what are we doing here, chat? JT, Swift, Pollard, Jeff Wilson, start two. I'll leave that on screen. That one's brutal. That one's really brutal. Good trade, give Eckler and Knox, get Diggs and Hawkinson. I'd rather have Eckler. Ooh. I'd rather have... I guess I would rather have Diggs and Hawkinson. No. Eckler's such a monster, though. I'd go Eckler and Knox, I suppose, but that's really close. That's really good. That's a good one. JT Swift. Didn't mean to stump you. It's okay, Noah. I get stumped once in a while. I see so many questions, too. Some of it starts to run together. You know what I mean? And that's another reason why I do love going to the chat. Every once in a while, some clown comes in here and is like, hey, ask you a question and you ask the chat. Of course I ask the chat. My chat's bomb, bro. My chat's like a wealth of knowledge. You think I'm not going to ask the chat when I feel like I'm on the fence about something? You out of your mind? Get out of here. Swift and Jeff. I go JT and probably Swift. Pollard's a great start too, though. Maybe Pollard and JT are the best two plays. I go JT and Pollard. Final answer for now. I'll waver. Somebody else will ask me that question. I'll answer differently in a minute. Zeke or Jeff Wilson? Who's Zeke? Is Zeke that guy that used to play football? That's questionable? You're going Jeff Wilson, baby. Come on. Come on. J. Will or Khalil? I guess Jamal Williams, bro. Just safer. Safer. Got Travis Kelce for Fields and Juju. I love that. Give me Kelce all day long. I'm keeping up with the supers and answering questions. I'm on a roll today. L phone won't let me super chat. You gotta turn on the settings under I think it's screen time, in-app purchases or something like that. Can we do 30-second call-in round later? Those are fun. We might, Avi. We might. Appreciate your super chat, by the way. How much you think Barkley goes for this week? I'd say 120 total yards and a touchdown, bro. There we go, Smitty. Pollard going off this week. Yeah, Shoddy, I think he will. I mean, with Zeke being questionable, I think it's a big day. Do you predict the Moon Men every year before the start of the season? Well, this is the first year doing it. The Moon Men all started because of this man.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
So it was all about talking about space. He's great in open space. He's so good in space. We're gonna make him a space man, a moon man, moon men. This is the first year we're gonna be doing it every year. Absolutely. What do I look like? What do I look like? Somebody that wouldn't continue on the moon men tradition? Do I look like a complete a-hole, or do I look like the kind of man that says moon men, let them ride every single year? And the great and fun part will be who's a returning moon man. Who's going to be the guy that returns to the Moon Men 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row? Will there ever be a four-peat? Who knows? Got offered Pierce for a Josh Allen. My running backs are Chubb, Tony Pollard, and K9. We got Walker, Chubb, and Pollard. I take Josh Allen. I like it, Zinski. I like where your head's at. Swift or Pollard. Give me Pollard this week. Smitty, you're the man. Peep this big baller. Trade Olave and Fournette for Kamara. I'm doing that. I'm taking Kamara. I'm doing it live. Start Palmer or Jeff Wilson. We're supposed to do court here. What am I doing? Court with a little attitude, right? Let's go. 10 p.m. for Smitty and AZ. That's right, Michael. Okay, Wandell, Tony, or Zay. We're gonna go with Tony. High risk, high reward. Why not? Smitty, what happened to the Mars men?
To the moon.
Hold on. Malfunction.
And off he goes. He's on a shuttle to Mars. Mars men.
So the Mars men are. It's not that it's on hold.
Loads
It's just
dropping and spinning aimlessly in space.
Josh Allen got hurt, but we're fine with it there. He's still a Mars man. Walker, ETN, they're firmly in position on planet Mars. And Chase and Burrow, they're about to get back on track. A lot of injuries, you know. Can't say we haven't landed them. They've just been injured, banged up, hurt. Paul with the $5 hauler. Paul says, got Eckler, Burrow, Walker, ETN, Lamb to the moon. You changed my entire year. Bravo, Smitty. Paul, thank you. Paul, you changed my last hour. You know, dropping these super chats, bro. Appreciate you. Your Honor, bench one, Wandell, Mooney, Ayuk, Sutton. I'm going with probably a little Mooney, maybe. A little Mooney action. Yo Smitty, DK versus Sanders. In the flex, I probably go Sanders might be safer. DK's higher risk, higher reward. I wish I could give you a better answer than that. It's a little wishy-washy, but it's kind of the way it is, man. JT or K Walker. I'm gonna go Walker rest of season and Walker this week in total there. Smitty to the moon. You're the moon, Isaac. Pierce to the moon. Absolutely, Pierce to the moon.
To the moon.
Where's our court? Here we go. I like court because it puts a little sense of urgency on it. I'm not really using the mallet because it's really late in Casa de Smitty. We've got a couple people down and out in Casa de Smitty. That's why I'm late getting on here. Hopefully your boy Smitty doesn't catch a little bit of the cold everybody's bringing into the house. They drag the plague in. These kids drag the plague in. You know, everybody's dragging the plague in the house, and your boy Smitty's got to try and navigate through it. And hopefully I don't get sick. But we got some people thrown up. It's a little crazy in here. 63 thumbs up. Can we punch the thumb up button for your boy Smitty? Lunchbox says Jeff Saturday interesting. Wonder what type of offense. Look, I like this guy Jeff Saturday. I clowned on when the decision first got handed down, you know, on to Newswires, and we heard about it. I started kind of clowning on the move, like, what is this guy Saturdays named after the college football day? Not even. I like him, bro. This guy's motivating. I don't know. I could play for him. No problem, Smitty. Smitty, that helps me out. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Let me get back here. Connor, Jeff Wilson. See, I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can from the chat. I'm a man of the people. Miles Sanders, you got to pick Miles Sanders and probably Jeff Wilson, bro. Let's see here. Dynasty. This is a little big, Jay. I'm not reading novels tonight. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, bro. This is 6 lines if we include your name. Why did you include your name? You could have shortened that up. Just kidding. Fields or Cole Kmet plus a 2023 second round pick for Mark Andrews. Give me Mark Andrews. I know everybody loves Fields, man, and I'm okay with Fields too, but I take Mark Andrews. I'm sorry, I'm not as sold on Fields yet being like a world beater. He's good, like I like him, but he's running a lot, and you're not getting that running production every single week. What's up, Dan? A $20 hauler from Justin.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Justin dropping the 20 spot on screen here. 10-man PPR, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, 2 and 7. Team is QB Dak, Barkley, Walker, Jacobs, Lamb, DeAndre Carter, Chase, got Judy Connor, got Judy and Connor for JT. You traded JT for Judy and Connor? Justin, please tell me that's the other way around. Offer Chase and Carter for Amon-Ra. I don't think I do that either. And Gabe Davis, I still don't think I do that. Chase is too valuable, bro. You're 2-7 though. You got to make a move. I understand why you might have done that St. Brown one, but I would not have done the JT one, bro. Do I have that right, Justin? You needed JT to ball out. That was your saving. That was your Hail Mary, bro. JT coming back. I wouldn't have done that JT deal. What was that JT deal? Got Judy and Connor? No. Justin, is that the other way around? Did you get JT? Got Judy and Connor for JT. That doesn't sound like it's the other way around, Justin. So he got JT.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes! Yeah, buddy.
He may not have passed his English test. You know, he needs a little bit of the grammar work, but this boy Justin knows how to make a trade.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes! Yep.
I'll tell you what, Justin, I'll give half of this money back to you so you can go take a course how to properly dial up and write out your trade offers for me. Justin, nice job, Justin. Justin, in fact, that's Sorcerer of the Day material.
The sorcerer of the day is
Magic Man.
Yeah, that's Sorcerer of the Day material right there. Let's edit this real quickly. So you got even though it looks like it's written the wrong way, he got JT. Here it is. JT for Connor and Judy. Unbelievable.
Got him.
Hopefully he didn't just change that because he felt like now I might as well change it. Everybody's gonna get upset at me. Just kidding, Justin. Justin, I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Smitty, the GOAT, excited for the Moon Men 4 years to come. Yeah, appreciate you, Jung. Appreciate you. All right, Raul, who can I use to trade for Chase? I have Mixon, Pierce, B-Rob, Diggs, Pittman, Mooney, Myers, Pickens. The only thing you can do is like Pierce, but I wouldn't take Pierce. I wouldn't trade Pierce for just Chase. Pierce is worth more. Mixon for Chase and an RB, like if he had Stevenson, I would sell high on Mixon. That wouldn't be a bad move for you. But you'd have to trade Mixon for Chase and an RB, bro. It has to be a pretty darn good RB. Or if you're stacked at RB, you could go 2 wide receivers, or you could go Andrews. But there's no way I'm trading Mixon for just Jamar, and there's no way I'm probably doing. I mean, Jamar Chase is pretty risky. Hawkinson or Everett, give me Hawkinson, I suppose, bro. But Everett's a pretty darn good play. He's one of the top receiving options go forward for Herbert, so he's got to do well, right? Mixon for Olave and D-Hop. I don't think that's enough. I think Mixon commands more. It's pretty good. Does the chat disagree? Mixon commands more, right, than Olave and D-Hop. Am I correct? Let's get that one answered for this guy right here. Ada says, if anything, bad English helps you confuse your enemies into making bad trades. That's pretty true. Let's go look at that trade again. Look at the Sorcerer of the Day. My boy
The sorcerer of the
My
day
boy Justin.
is
Magic Man.
Justin is a magic man. Judy and Connor for JT. You got to be out of your minds. Who's letting that happen? Unbelievable. It's robbery season. Highway robbery season. We got a bunch of no's. Yes, Mixon too valuable. Take Olave and D-Hop. A couple people saying take Olave and D-Hop. I'm actually surprised. Got Amon Ra for Kareem Hunt. Rondell Moore today. I like that one. That's a got him. Give me St. Brown.
Got him.
For sure, bro. Thank you for your super chat, Jumbo. Jumbo's the man. DK or Debo. Probably you can't say Debo right now. I mean, Debo's a higher ranked player, but I'd probably trade him. If you've got that dilemma, trade Debo. Go get an RB. Go get Mark Andrews. Go get a quarterback upgrade. If you're really sitting one of DK or Debo, you need to make a trade. I learned that quote, The Art of Fantasy by Son Smitty. That's not bad. I like that, Ada. By Son Smitty. I might coin. Is that okay if I coin that? We'll put a little copyright. Ada, 2022. Fields or Dak this week? I think Fields earned it, but don't be shocked if Fields doesn't do as well as people think the games he doesn't run for a ton. Foreman, Pierce and Foreman for Adams. I take Adams all day long, Bryce. Take him all day long. I can't really use the mallet too. Everyone's sick in the house. This echoes so loudly through the walls. The studio is only so soundproof. Like I'm a loud individual, and I built this studio off on. It's connected to the house, but I built this. I actually built this. I didn't turn a room in. I built this studio on the side of the house, connected to the house, but it's an additional room, and it's only so soundproof. You can only soundproof so much. Do we have another super chat here? Hold on here. Smitty, you need to publish that book before next draft. I know. I have. It's not called The Art of. It's called The Art of, or it's Fantasy Football. Trade Negotiation Like a Boss is what it's called. And I do need to publish it before. It'll be up. Don't worry. It's already halfway written. I'm a trade Kurt Samuel to get Connor right now. I don't mind that. I'd rather have Connor. Curtis Samuel is not anything that I'm excited about. Pick 2, Godwin, Sutton, Pickens, Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm going to go with Godwin. This question's a pick 1 because Godwin's a lock. Give me Sutton, I guess, bro. I don't know. Dude's booted. Who's booted? DK or Keenan Allen rest of season. Give me DK. Keenan Allen's not even playing, bro. Come on. It's me for president. No, I don't want that job. But thank you. I appreciate you. Smitty 2024. No, thank you. What's that? The way this political climate is, bro. Who wants the job? Richard, thank you for your super chat. I'll look for a question. Who would my VP be? The Bruce? Can you imagine if we got as big as like the Pat McAfee show, someday, and we had 1 million followers? Can you imagine if you tried to run for something and you could win because you had so many people vote for you? Can you imagine if me and the Bruce was the ticket? Is just me and the Bruce? We had Silver as Secretary of State. Can you imagine Silver going out there, gonna go ahead and make a deal? We're gonna make a deal on the pipeline. Oh, I'd make the Bruce my VP. You're darn straight. Jeff Wilson for Connor. Give me Jeff Wilson. Raul, Mixon for Swift and Chase, or Mixon for Swift and Amon Ra. Give me Swift and Chase. I'd take Swift and Chase for Mixon. I think I would. If you have the ability to wait on Chase. But there's a gamble there, you know. Chase may not return. He expected to probably return next week, but we don't know. I think there's an insect on the table to your left. No, this is part of the dry erase board. All the ink, the liquid marker gets scooped up. Claypool, Landry, or AJ Dillon? Probably none of them. Prodigy? I don't think so. There's got to be a better option. I guess Claypool. Denny VP. Denny needs to be like in a really highly visible position where he's talking a lot. Like maybe press secretary. Oh my God. Can you imagine Denny as press secretary? Can you imagine people, excuse me, what is Smitty doing about the high gas prices? And Denny going, oh, that's Smitty. Oh, that's Smitty. He's the best, Smitty. Oh, Smitty's the best. I love Smitty. Smitty, let's go Smitty. I love Smitty. Denny for VP. Punch that thumb up button if you're new. Punch that thumb up button if you're new. Subscribe if you're new. Let's go. Let's go. Take a lap. You can imagine if a reporter asked the wrong question. Take a lap. Ayuk and Rondell Moore for St. Brown. Home run, Michael. Come on. That's all day long stuff. Right there. I'm on Raw. DK and Pitts for Kelsey. Come on. What's this? It's just like, what world are we living in? Come on. Come on, Denny's press secretary. It'd be unbelievable. It'd be unbelievable. Chase has a fractured hip. One good hit. Am I missing something? This is Atomic. I mean, you're missing that he could have been put on IR and they didn't. And you have a lot of sideline speculators and medical people that are dabbling in fantasy football that come in and start trying to like diagnose somebody from the sideline. We don't know the exact extent of all this. If he wasn't put on IR for a reason. You put him on IR if you knew he was going to be out 4 games. They think he can come back on the, for the 3rd game. That's why he wasn't put on IR. Now he could go out there and tweak it in practice and be put on IR tomorrow. And then you have another 4. Like that's definitely a possibility. That's why I said when we talked about it, there's a huge risk you need to understand. But there's thought that he's coming back after the bye week. So don't be surprised. Super chats. Let's see. True. Would you trade Kelsey and Stevenson for King Henry? I'd rather have Kelsey and Stevenson. I like King Henry and all, but the mileage worries me. That seems like a really good package of 2 players to have, to be honest with you, bro. I'd rather have Stevenson and King Henry. Does anybody in the chat disagree? Let's give this man our total attention here. Schultz Burrow for Eckler Diggs. What? Who said that? Come on, bro. Rank 1 through 4. Walker, Stevenson, Pierce. I'm going to go Walker, Kamara, Pierce, Stevenson in that order. But Stevenson could be second. He's that good. He just needs the ball. And Bill Belichick may or may not give it to him. Would you trade Jeff Wilson, Metcalf for Johnny T? For Johnny T. Who's Johnny T? Who's Johnny T? I know my brain's fried and it's late, but who's Johnny T? Can someone help me with this one? Jonathan Taylor? Johnny T? That's the first time I've ever heard Johnny T. That's the first time I've ever heard Johnny T. Would I trade Jeff Wilson and Metcalf for Jonathan Taylor? I would. Smitty approved.
You've just been Smitty approved.
You guys got to understand, my brain's fried. You know how many questions I answered? I answered so many. But I've never heard Johnny T. I've never heard that. That's the first time I've ever heard it. So I'm like, who is that? Am I supposed to assume? My brain's fried. Yeah, my brain is absolutely toast. I'm running at a 45% capacity right now. I took the day off, though, and I slept, and I recharged. I'm good. I don't know if you noticed, 7 p.m. show, I was fired up. Right now, I've got good energy. I'm not tired or worn down. I definitely slept. Johnny T. Johnny Sins. Johnny Test, bro. I kind of like Johnny T. Bryce Long. Bryce, you out of here? I kind of like Johnny T. I think Johnny T's sticking around. I think we call him Johnny T moving forward. I kind of like it. First time I've heard it, but I kind of like it. Cook for Jacobs. No. I don't even love Dalvin Cook, but I'm taking Cook. I got JT for Mostert 2 weeks ago. Thanks, Smitty, to you. Yes, Mexican Cokes. That's what I'm drinking, bro. Chubb, Walker, JT, ETN, pick 3. Chubb, Walker, ETN. Johnny T is on the pine, but you're trading. T-man, trade. Don't leave him. I'm rested up for the weekend. I'm good to go. I got to figure out if we're doing this 24-hour live stream too. We're running out of weeks. Somebody challenged me to it. They said, Smitty, how much would it cost to go? But my idea is pretty creative to do the 24-hour live stream. Hang tight as I try and pencil it all out and figure out what week of football seems like a really good week of football to do it. I basically go live probably at like 9 p.m. and go straight into the Sunday games, watch all the games. You guys would be able to hang out with me while I'm watching football in the red zone right here in the corner. And then basically after the Sunday night game, the 24 hours would be up right when the Sunday night game's over. And then I'd go to sleep. So we're looking at maybe doing a 24-hour live stream during the Sunday games. I can't guarantee I'm doing it. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it. So bear with me as I try and navigate that. I'm just hoping we pick a really good set of games. Like last week was phenomenal football. I would have loved to have been live 24 hours during that set of games. A lot of our guys going off, Moon Men going off. Week of fantasy playoffs, week 1. It could be the week we do it. I'm looking at it. JT over Fournette this week. Yeah, bro. Fournette's falling off. Headed toward the ER. And JT's on the rise. Absolutely. Anyone trading Evans for Amon-Ra? That's not a good buy low, bro. I love Amon-Ra, but you need to get way more. Championship week or last week of fantasy regular season. Yeah, I'm looking at those. Landry or Slayton. None of them, bro. Neither, bro. Landry, I guess, but there's got to be a better option. That's got to be like the worst case scenario, man. There's no way. How do you feel about Pollard as a flex this week? I love him as a flex this week. I love him. Just a suggestion, Smitty. Whenever you say Mexican Coke, make sure you show the drink live. Why? Why is that? Why is that, Ada? I don't get it. Or Ada. Why, Ada? Mexican Coke. Why are we showing it live? WPM. You got him. Hawkinson, top 4 tight end rest of the season. Maybe. He's in consideration. He's in consideration, my broski. Any info on Kyron Williams? Just grab him and hold him. We don't really know. Omar, this is a little long, bro. 3 wide receiver league. Should I start AJB, Debo, and Palmer? Actually, that's not too long. I had a description of an emoji in there, so you were good. You were good. You're good, bro. Colombian Coke. Oh. I get what you're saying. Mexican Coca-Cola. I got you. Taysom or Komet? Give me Komet safer. Taysom's higher risk, higher reward. Sometimes I'm going to give you a double talk answer because it deserves a double talk reply. I got you, attaboy. Where do I rank Ertz in the Dolchmeister? I'd probably say Ertz is like 5-ish. And then he's probably right below him. Maybe 6, 7, 8. Somewhere in that range. Start 2. Ayuk, Gabe, Jamal. Gabe and Jamal. But that's we're going to hit and miss that each week. Case Keenum or Kenny Pickett. Probably Keenum. Need a wide receiver fill in. Will Mac Hollins do? Yes. And for anybody that's giving me these horrible questions where I'm like, I don't know. Neither. Go see if Mac Hollins is available. This guy's going to be the wide receiver 2 for Derek Carr. Do you play Devontae Smith against the Commanders or Dameon Pierce this week? Why would you not start Dameon Pierce? Why are we getting some Dameon Pierce on the bench questions? I don't understand. Cousins or Jimmy? I'd probably go Cousins, but it wouldn't shock me if Christian McCaffrey took 3 swing passes to the house and it made Jimmy look good. Like Jimmy could look good by way of Debo and CMC. Jimmy's not going to look good, but he could look good based on throwing tiny little screen passes to CMC. And so could he score 3 touchdowns? He could, but I'm going to go Cousins. Jamal or Connor? Until Connor proves himself, I'll probably go Jamal. I don't know. That one's tough. Can you ask me that tomorrow? I want to see where Connor is in the news and all that. Kamara or Pierce, rest of season. Now, this question I understand a little more than this. Do we bench Connor stuff? I don't understand. Is it because of his chest injury? Like he's for right now, he's fine. Kamara, Pierce. Give me Kamara, but I mean, there's still a little risk with him. I don't understand why no one's running with this news. I don't get it. But they're not. No one. I'm like the only one that like went live on it and broke it like it was an actual story. No one else cares. And everybody loved talking about Deshaun Watson. It's not like people are trying to take a stand of not talking about this for a certain reason. People just don't care. I don't understand. This guy got beaten into the ground. His skull cracked. He was put in the hospital, and no one's talking about it. Anyone see that TikTok of the guy saying Pierce isn't good at football because he doesn't score a ton of fantasy points? No, Michael, I haven't seen that. That guy sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Or it's a spoof, and he's joking. Pierce and Garrett Wilson. He is offering Mixon and Curtis Samuel. What are we thinking? Mixon and Curtis Samuel for Pierce and Garrett Wilson. I'd probably rather have... Mixon, but I mean, that's very, very close, my guy. It's very, very close. Ian with a $10 Moon Man hauler.
To the moon.
Any $10 haulers get a Moon Man shot if I have any say over it. Smitty, only show I listen to now. Great job. Would you? Thank you. Appreciate you, Ian. Would you start Brady or Herbert at QB? I hate saying this. It pains me to say it, but I'm probably going Brady this week until Herbert shows he can do what he needs to do with his makeshift wide receiver, crew. I feel like Brady's going to bounce back a little. I can just see it, and I feel like the momentum's turning a little bit. He's going through some things, but this guy loves adversity, and he does good when his back's against the wall. And I feel like they'll get Rachaad White more involved. He's got the weapons for it. He's got the easiest division in the world. I'm going to say that Brady has a better game here. And then if Herbert proves me wrong, then that's good news for, going forward. At running back, Aaron Jones or James Conner, I'm going to go Aaron Jones. He's not on the injury report. Matt Collins or Mostert. Probably Matt Collins, I would say. I like Mostert a lot, but I worry about Wilson. I feel like those are all logical moves. You know what I'm saying? I think every one of the things I said was the most logical. Now, could it go a different way? Yeah, absolutely could. Start Fournette, Najee, or Ayuk. Probably Fournette. But I don't like that, bro. Judge, when do you think Jay Herbert bounces back? I'm hoping this week, but like I said, would I start Brady over him? Probably. Only 125 thumbs up, but 300 eyeballs in here. Please punch that thumb up button. Brady got his divorce settled. He's getting another chip. I think he just needed some adjustment period. I believe in Brady right now. I worried about him starting slow. Was I right? Was I right about Brady missing August? This thing wasn't going to fire off on all cylinders. Come on. I took a lot of heat for that. He's Brady. He could take time. No, he can't take time off. Look at how bad he started. But this is a adjust and adapt season. And I'm feeling a little bit of a shift. I'm starting to feel like maybe Brady, you need to go get yourself a buy low quarterback. Brady might be the guy. Brady might be that guy that can help you if you're struggling at quarterback and people are looking to ship him off for a cheap amount. I think he's not bad. Rate my team: Herbert, Walker, ETN, Kelsey, Jamar Chase, Higgins. If I was giving out cookies, you'd get one, Kyle. It's a good squad. Any moves, my man? Join Smitty's one-on-one chat. Won last year. Attaboy. This is a good squad. I like it. You're 4-5. You do need to, potentially look to make some moves, I suppose. You're waiting on Herbert to bounce back. You're waiting on Jamar Chase to return. Problem is, if he does return, let's say he waits another week. Let's say Jamar Chase is out 2 more games. The bye week here, and then this next game for you. He sits 1 more game, let's say. Are you going to make the playoffs? I think your team's good enough to hold. Herbert should bounce back. Walker, ETN are going to be on a bye, though. You're going to be in some trouble. Especially if you take an L this week, and then you have a bye week for your running backs. You're going to need Chase back. I don't know what to tell you to do, though, because, can you trade Chase for a laterally equal player? I guess I explore that. Maybe you trade Kelsey. Maybe you trade Kelsey for a potential. You got Taysom Hill, so you just plug him in there and just hope that Taysom goes ham. And you trade Kelsey for a top 5 wide receiver. You get lucky. Someone sells you an Adams. Someone sells you a Diggs, worried about Josh Allen. Someone sells you a Hopkins and a Stevenson for Kelsey. You know what I mean? Like something like that gets you a little extra ability to maneuver. Stevenson goes into your flex or becomes your running back next week. I'd look to explore Kelsey for a combination of 2 players. Woods, I think we could work on that. Nick with a super chat. Daniel Jones or Keenum? If Allen's ruled out, probably Danny Dimes, I suppose. A little safer. JT or Swift, I'm going JT. Aaron Jones on the bench, it seems. Smitty, what type of wide receiver do you think you can get from Mixon right now? Adams, Diggs, Hopkins and something. Stevenson and St. Brown. And that's not even enough, probably. Thank you, Stevenson. Appreciate you. DJ Moore is droppable at this point, correct? No, I don't think so. Next to JT. It's the biggest bust of the year. I don't think DJ Moore can be considered the biggest bust of the year because his draft capital wasn't crazy high. It was high, but not crazy high. At least it should have been. Herbs for JT. Justin Herbert, Khalil Herbert for JT. I'd rather have JT. Fryermuth or the Dolcenator. I'm going with Fryermuth. Judge, I need your thoughts. Traded Lenny, Cooks, and Judy for Amon-Ra and Pierce. Oh, boy.
Got him.
Unreal. All right. That's it.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
That's it. We're doing it live. All right, let's go ahead and I got to change this up real quick. Let's go with this. Let's go with what's going on here? And let's go with that's the wrong cam there. There it is. Doing it live. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and I wonder if we could do this. I wonder if this will be better. If I make it thinner. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I speaking to?
Hi,
We got double there. Let's go with Fish first. Fish, how can I help you?
Well, I'm looking to bench Leonard Fournette, but I'm not sure who to put in his place. I have James Conner, A.J. Dillon, Khalil Herbert, and White.
Say it again. James Conner.
I'm looking to bench Leonard. Yeah, James Conner, A.J. Dillon, Khalil Herbert, and Rashad White.
Herbs. A.J. Dillon and Rashad White.
Yeah, James Conner.
Connor. But I mean, we do need to check on Connor like tomorrow. You know, we got to make sure he's good to go and everything. But Connor seems to be the guy. Let me pull up Connor's status real quickly and just make sure I feel comfortable with it. But this might be something we address tomorrow, or you at least adjust and adapt it. Let's see, James Conner.
Yeah.
The last report on James Conner was there's nothing. So I don't think he's any worse for the wear. He was 72% of the snaps. He can be trusted. Yeah, 72% of the snaps is good, and he's no worse for the wear. Only 7 carries, that concerns me, but at the same time, he did get 5 targets. He caught all 5 of his passes thrown to him. So I feel pretty good. That's a pretty easy call at the end of the day. It made me pause and hesitate for a second, but Connor's returning to I think a status where we can trust him again.
All right, one more question, okay?
Yep.
I have ET as another running back starter, but in flex, I have Chris Godwin, who's also playing in Germany. I'm not crazy about. I'm starting Justin Jefferson and Christian Kirk. But in my flex, I also have Gabe Davis, but if Josh Allen doesn't play, I drop Court 7 to get Justin Fields. So I'll probably start Justin Fields. But that means I'm starting Gabe Davis for my flex. Should I keep Chris Godwin going?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, you're Tom Brady might turn around.
I feel like he's gonna. I don't know for sure, but I feel like he's probably gonna.
And I'm thinking this guy would get healthier every week.
Yeah, that's all. That's also a consideration. And everybody thinks I don't love Chris Godwin. It's not about not loving Chris Godwin. It's about he's going to get better as he gets healthier. And exactly what I've said about him has been true. Hasn't been absolutely amazing at the start, but he's going to get better and better. So yes, I that's how I feel. I would go with Chris Godwin.
All right, and James Conner is looking like.
Yep, Connor's pretty easy call, I think.
All right,
All right, thanks, Fish.
I appreciate it.
Later. All right, who else is next?
Smitty, this is Jimmy.
Jimmy, what's up, Jimmy?
What's up, Smitty?
What
My
up?
boy.
What up?
Smitty, I've been calling you. I have like 40 calls, and I never get on. I finally get on. I got on one time before, man.
You're here. You're here now. Now is your time to shine. Palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. Don't miss your shot. Let's go. What do you got for me?
Man, I'm trembling over here, Smitty.
What can we do for you?
Nah, but look, I listened to everything that you've been saying this whole year, Smitty, man. I've been following you for a while.
Attaboy.
Trade. What the hell was it, bro? You say, I'm tired, brother. Buy low, sell high. And I
Okay.
got a pretty good squad. I traded for Derrick Henry when he was scoring 8 points a week the first 2 weeks. The owners started panicking, worried about his injuries and the O-line. I got him, and if you don't mind, I'm going to tell you my team real quick.
Okay. Real quickly,
I have Tom Brady.
hold on 1 second. The chat's saying that. Can the chat hear everything clear now? Everybody's saying there's a weird audio sound. Is everything good to go now? I think everybody can hear better now. But go ahead, hit me with your team. Go ahead.
Okay, so I got Tom Brady, and I got your boy Kenneth Walker, and then I got Derrick Henry. My first pick was Justin Jefferson. I got Chris Olave. I got Dalton Schultz. I got Pierce Late, and I also have Tyreek Hill on my flex. So I think I'm doing pretty damn good, Smitty.
Yeah, that's
Do
pretty
you
good,
think
bro.
there's anything that I should do, bud?
Brady, Walker, Henry, J.J. Olave, Tyreek Hill. This is Tyreek Hill, by the way, not Taysom Hill. Well, Tyreek. Let me write Tyreek.
And Pierce.
You have Damian Pierce?
I got Damian Pierce, Smitty.
Is he-
2 flex league, baby.
Jeez, bro. I mean, what do you want from us? You know, it's like this. What are you going to do with this team? There's nothing else you can upgrade. I like every single player you have. There's nothing to upgrade. This looks like a 2-man league.
No, bro. I made like so many trades, bro. And I just, like Damian Pierce, I got him late. Kenneth Walker was the 100th.
That's
pick.
true. That's
I believed
true.
in him.
That's true. When you think about
You
where
know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Olave was, yeah.
That's true. I mean, you think about where these guys were ranked. Like this guy was very lowly ranked. This guy was very lowly ranked. This guy was very low. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. Bottom line is you just did a bang up job.
I mean, look, brother, you're the one that called out a lot of these players, man. You like Kenneth Walker, you like Olave, you love Pierce.
I
And I was
appreciate
with
you.
you on those. There's some of them I disagreed with you, but come on, Smith, you got to give yourself credit too.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What I think you could do with your team is, and a couple people in the chat are saying upgrade at QB, but the upgrade at QB's got to give up something. And I kind of almost like the idea of banking on Brady and not downgrading anywhere else unless you're giving up like an Olave and Brady for a better quarterback. But I don't know that people value Olave like we do, and I think he's going to be a low-end wide receiver 1, high-end wide receiver 2. Obviously, you could upgrade at tight end, but those things cost, you have to do a move. I guess the only thing I would explore, other than that, I stand still, bro, because you got a championship caliber team right here. I would be tempted.
Do you think I should? Go ahead, Smith.
I was going to say, I would be tempted to trade Hill for like an elite wide receiver still and get an additional like quarterback upgrade or get, Mark Andrews type of thing. So like example, you go to the owner that has like Adams and he literally will give you, Mark Andrews for a downgrade to Adams from Tyreek Hill, which a lot of people will say is that Tyreek Hill's, worth more, but I think Adams could be just as good. That's the only thing I would recommend doing.
Yeah.
And it'd have to be a home run, bro.
Would you do Josh Allen and Adams for Tyreek Hill and Rondale Moore?
Absolutely. You get Josh. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You downgrade to Adams from Tyreek Hill, which isn't even really a downgrade necessarily. And then you get Josh Allen, home run. Just absolute home run.
Shit, man. I've been making, excuse my French, I've been doing some trades. Mm-hmm. If I can get that, man, I think I'll get the league.
Mm-hmm.
Smitty, I really appreciate everything, man.
All right, man. What was your name? Man. What was your name again?
Listen to you. Jimmy, my man.
Jimmy, okay. Let me put you in the system here, Jimmy. That way I know when you're calling.
Put me in the system, brother. It's a pleasure talking to my guy. I've been following you for a couple of years now. I believe this is the third year I've been following you. Second or third year.
Yeah. Jimmy, we'll call you Jimmy
Santino.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of a nickname. I don't know. You said
Let's hear a good nickname. Let's see how creative you are, Smitty.
Yeah. Jimmy, if you call it 44 times, you said Jimmy 44. Put a Jimmy 44. Call 44 times. He finally got through. He finally got through.
You should see how many missed calls.
All right.
It's all Arizona calls, bro.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
That's all I have on my phone.
Yeah.
All right, Smitty.
Later.
Have a good one, man.
You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to? Hello.
Hey, Smitty, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, Smitty, I have a couple of questions that I was hoping you can help me out with.
All right.
All right, so I got 4 running backs that I'm kind of torn. I'm not. I need some help on some insight on who to start. But I got 4 solid running backs. So one is ETN, Kenneth Walker, Dalvin Cook, and Dameon Pierce. So, I was just hoping for some insight. 2 running backs in the flex.
Yeah, I mean, you're asking the impossible every week, bro. I guess who are your wide receivers?
St. Brown and Godwin.
So why are we not using one of these to get a better wide receiver? That's what I'm asking. I mean, you do got ETN and Walker on a bye next week, so it's going to benefit you to have these RBs. But I mean, in general, you're going to whiff on this, every week. You're not going to get the right 3 right. If I had to pick, I would probably say Cook, Walker, and ETN. I hate putting Pierce on the bench. The only reason I would be considering putting Pierce on the bench would be the game script potential of getting game scripted out. But at the same time, he's capable of catching passes too. He's not some incompetent pass catcher. He's good. I just think that it's hard to sit Cook. I do worry about Cook. I probably would trade Cook out of all these running backs, but at the same time, you are hitting a major bye week. What's your record?
4-5.
So you're definitely on the cusp of making or not making the playoffs. Ziggy, studio on. I think I probably would. Yeah, I would lean sitting Pierce this week, but I would make a trade, bro. I would do my best to get a top 7 wide receiver using Dalvin Cook. Top 5 wide receiver if you can. RBs are a scarcity, so you should be able to get a higher ranked wide receiver than you would draft. If you're drafting this wide receiver should go above Cook. Because Cook's a running back, you're trading him in the middle of the year. You should be able to get a wide receiver that ranks slightly above Cook on an ADP ranking. So we're talking about Adams. You really should be able to get Devontae Adams for Dalvin Cook. You shouldn't be trading for a Debo or something.
Okay. Well, Smitty, that brings me to my second question. So So I did have like a massive influx of solid running backs. So those 4 being them, and one of them was I had DeAndre Swift as well. So I recently just made a trade. It won't benefit me now, but I guess in the long run. But I managed to package Pittman and Swift. I shipped it off to someone for Jamar Chase in return, and I'm hoping that could help me out at the receiver position.
Pittman, what was the trade again? Say it again.
Yeah, I packaged Pittman and Swift for Chase.
Pittman and Swift for Chase.
Yeah.
I can't say I can't say that that's the best deal in the world or that it's not going to work. It could work out. It could not work out. I mean, Swift is off the injury report, and who knows what he's going to do moving forward. And Chase is maybe coming back next week with no guarantee that he is, but there's some thought that he could because the team didn't put him on IR. Means they probably think he'll come back before the 4 weeks, so he'll miss the 3 games played, and then the bye week gives him 4 weeks. I don't know that I would have I don't know that I would have done that, but it is what it is. It's done. So what's the question though behind that?
Well, I was kind of gonna see like what's your opinion, and like what do you think is like a timetable for Chase's return? Do you think maybe he can come back like week 12 or maybe 13?
I think probably if he's going to come back at all, like if they don't have some kind of like he tested it and it actually is injured still, or he's made it worse, or it hasn't gotten any better, so we know if he went out and played, he'd get re-injured and damage the long term. The long term prognosis would be very bad. I would imagine that he's got a strong shot at sitting week number 11, coming off the bye week, which would make it like, hey, why didn't they just put him on IR if he ends up missing 4 games? Because they thought maybe he might come back. Not that he would. They thought maybe. It's all wait and see. So you got to think they're tempted to play him this week, or they know more than we do. Like everyone's speculating on the extent of his terror, and nobody truly knows, bro. So I can't give you an answer. I could speculate, but all I know is the team didn't put him on IR, so they apparently think there's a shot at him playing this week. The problem is you either have people saying he's out for the year, you watch, I'm going to be right. I've seen a doctor talk about it. Doctor hasn't seen the actual situation, doesn't have the patient in front of them. They don't know. They only have extremes. They've seen this injury here, we've seen this injury here, and we can try and guess what's going to happen. No one knows. But what we do know is the team didn't put him on IR, so there's a strong possibility they want him to play this week if all goes well. No one knows. No one knows. He could be out 2-3 more weeks. He could be out the entire season. He could come back next week after the bye week. We just don't know. Nobody knows. Anybody that pretends to know, they don't know. Unless the team comes out and says he's got a strong shot at playing, or Adam Schefter breaks something tomorrow that feels tangible, not just his guess. Like he might come out tomorrow because someone asked him on NFL Live or something, hey, when's Jamar Chase coming back? And he's forced to give an answer. So then he becomes news. The moment Schefter or Rappaport say something, it's news. So if somebody asks him directly, that's why it's really critical to take what Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport say outside of their tweets differently than their tweets. Because if Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport tweet something, they're trying to tweet news. If they're asked something on a TV on a fantasy show or on ESPN or something, and they're giving you an answer, if they're not tweeting it out, they clearly are just giving you subjective guesswork type of answers and stuff. And then people take what they say on these little clips and segments, and they start broadcasting it out like it's fact. You got to be very careful. That's why a lot of times when they're answering a question, and they answer it on a show but don't tweet about it or actually speak to it like it's news, you got to be very careful with it.
Right.
All right, bro. I got to let you go. Appreciate you. Call back if you have another question later.
Thanks for having me out.
Yeah. All right. Next caller. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out how I want to make this board. I feel like maybe that's the best right here. Put it up in the corner. I don't know if you guys like the long view better. I feel like this looks better. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
For Smitty, press 1. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? What can I do for you?
What's up? Okay, so I'm watching your show right now, and the guys before me literally just had the same exact question that like about the running backs, but I need a little bit more information. So I have Kenneth Walker. Are you ready to write it down, or should I keep going?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to adjust something real quick.
That's
trying to get-
crazy.
trying to
I can't believe I got hold of you, Smitty. That's crazy.
You're here, bro. You're here.
Good
You
stuff,
did it.
man. Good
You
stuff.
made it. You made it. Look, Mom. He's on TV, Mom. Okay.
Well, that's crazy, man. My name is Sam, bro. Nice talking to you, Smitty.
Nice to meet you, Sam. All right, let's hit your question.
Thank you,
Hit me with it.
Okay. So I need two wide receivers, 2 running backs, and 1 flex. And I have a bit of a twist here. So I have Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne, Damian Pierce, Dalvin Cook, and for the wide receivers I have Amon-Ra, Mike Evans, and CD Lamb. What do you think I should put in my lineup?
St. Brown and Lamb, you said?
Yes, St. Brown and Lamb and Mike Evans.
Okay. So I'm probably gonna roll with. Let's see here. So this week I'm gonna roll with Walker and Etienne for sure. Your 2 wide receivers are gonna be Evans and Lamb. He's bouncing back, but it's tough to count on St. Brown yet in this situation. It comes down to Cook and Pierce, and I mean the bottom line is, I told the guy earlier I'd probably start Cook, but you have potential trade bait here, or you just say I've got depth for days, bye week. Guess what? These guys come right in. St. Brown's bye week is out of the way. Pierce's bye week is out of the way. Cook's bye week is out of the way. Correct? Yeah, Vikings. Yeah. So I mean, you're set up perfectly, but I would probably roll with this right here, Walker, Evans.
Okay, so you're saying wide receiver Mike Evans and CD Lamb, Etienne and Walker, and for flex put Dalvin Cook.
I mean, I think so, bro.
That's man, watching your videos helped me out a lot. I'm 6-3 right now. I'm in second place. And this is my first year. So all thanks to you, man. I get a lot of info.
Yeah, appreciate you. I mean, you got a good team here, man. You got a good team. I don't think you move anything.
Oh yeah, man. I have Lamar Jackson. on by. Dak Prescott. I'm starting him this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm set. And I got Dallas Goedert for my tight end.
You got a good squad, bro. I don't think you even need to make a trade. Like, you have depth for days. It's kind of nice. You don't have any problems.
Yeah,
like
I know,
you get hit with an injury, you're going like this, bro. You get hit with an injury, you just keep moving forward.
And I got T. Higgins on by too.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, you could maybe trade T.
Believe it
Higgins.
or not, I'm playing with like 7 people.
Who's your tight end? Goddard, you said?
Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, I mean, you could trade like Higgins and Evans for like an Adams. Higgins and Evans for maybe just try and upgrade Evans just a little bit using Higgins. That's what I would do. Try and upgrade Cook a little bit using Higgins. Higgins and Cook for
Adams.
Well, Higgins and Evans for Devontae Adams. Like, try and upgrade Evans a little bit and try and upgrade Cook a little bit using T. Higgins.
Yeah, I would, man. But that guy in my league, he has Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, and A.J. Brown, and DeAndre Hopkins.
Well, you don't need to. Yeah. You can go
He's
after.
not really going to trade me for anyone.
You could go after other guys. I'm just saying, you use Cook and T. Higgins or Evans and T. Higgins to upgrade a little bit. Just go after a wide receiver that's slightly above those guys.
Yes, I've been noticing my wide receivers have been giving me problems. My running backs,
have been decent, but the wide receivers not so much. They've been disappointing.
Yeah. Well, you got a team, bro.
Well, all right, Smitty.
All right, man. Later.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate your help, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Later.
You have a good one, bro. You take care. Thank you. Bye.
Yep. Yeah, his team's pretty solid. All right, let me. I'm just not happy with the layout of this. I'm not happy with the layout of this. Let's go here. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to? Hello? There, that feels right. I think that's it. Hello? There's somebody there. They just don't know I'm talking to them. I don't know how. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You're next. Hello?
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 It's Minnie.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's up? What can I do for you?
I've got a question.
Stage fright?
I've got a question for you.
Okay, hit me. Kyle, mute it if you could, Kyle. You're next.
All right, sounds good, brother. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead. You're the first guy. Go ahead. The guy with a lot of questions. Hit me with it.
I recently traded away Fields for Debo and Rodgers.
Fields?
I had to pick up.
And Debo.
Yep.
For who?
Traded Fields for Debo.
Okay.
But now I have L-Jack on bye, and I have Rodgers or Wilson to play.
I'd probably play Rodgers, bro, but I don't like either option. I mean, you said Rodgers and who? I'm sorry?
Rodgers or Wilson.
Yeah, I just don't trust Wilson. Not that I trust Rodgers a lot, but let's look at the consensus rankings across the entire fantasy industry. We're looking at Aaron Rodgers coming in at a whopping, where is he at? 19 to 20, and Russell Wilson 18 to 19. They're like on top of each other. Russell Wilson's ahead by one ranking spot, and they're both bottom like 20 in the league, bro. I don't like it. I don't feel good about it. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go Russell Wilson in this one. Aaron Rodgers going up against Dallas. That's not a good recipe.
Right.
Yeah, give me Wilson.
Wilson is playing Tennessee, and there's a bunch of guys hurt.
Yeah, I go Russell Wilson. I just hate going Mr. Unlimited. He's so limited.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a tough one, bro. Look at the waiver wire. See if there's a better option for you.
I don't think there is, but thanks a lot, Smitty.
All right, later. He had to go. He must have had to run to the restroom. I don't. He was bouncing. I was like trying to help him. He's like, I gotta go. We'll see ya. All right. Well, Kyle, what can I do for you, or not do for you?
All right, thank you. All right, Smitty. So I traded for Kelsey. I'm looking to move him right now because I got a little issue next week with Walker and ETN bye week. So I just want to run a trade by you, see what you think, man.
All right, hit me with it.
All right, Kelsey and Sutton for Hopkins and Chubb. What do you think, man?
Kelsey and Sutton for Hopkins and Chubb. Well, I think Chubb and Hopkins crush it, bro.
All right, man.
I mean, when you think about this right here, Chubb is ranked higher than Kelsey, right? And Hopkins is ranked way higher than Sutton. So, like, what am I missing here? Yeah,
I know it's a pipe dream, man. I'm honestly, I'm Terry Maguire in it right now.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping this goes through.
You're up late doing a memoir. You're thinking this is a good idea.
I am.
you think he wants to maybe. You're thinking this could be good. This might be good for both sides. This is bad for him. But
Well, it's funny too because
Dream.
Even in the rankings, you look at the ESPN and it looks like, and it shows that I'm going to show a negative point system towards it. So I'm hoping he just bases his decision off that. Like, I'm going to lose points and he's going to gain points, and then maybe I might get lucky, but you never know.
Billy, you can call back if you want. Billy's saying he felt nervous. If you need more help, Billy, don't worry about it. I was just joking with you, bro. I appreciate you, Billy. Call back if you got another question. Yeah, I mean, look, you're probably going to have to give up more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy, you're fam, bro. You got to call back in. Call back in. You rushed off, and I was like, maybe I'll help you out. Okay, so, anything else? I mean, other than you want to blast this guy into oblivion, is there some other offer you might throw out there?
I'm thinking that's about it, man. I just think Kelsey's my only trading piece right now because, I mean, I do have Hill, which is, I mean, he's okay, and I can obviously stream him, but besides that, I think like I said, I'm just pretty messed up next week with the whole bye week. But,
can I circle you back into reality? Can I circle you back into reality?
Yeah.
So, swinging you back into reality, and I got 2 callers on the hold. Just make sure you mute if you're going to have background noise. I don't hear any yet, but I'm just letting you know. You might have to trade Kelsey and Sutton for Chubb alone. I know you have your I know you have your heart set on getting these 2 players, but it's not going to happen. And even that, bro, you might not even get Chubb straight up for Kelsey and Sutton. Because Chubb, you're taking higher than Kelsey. Sutton is a waiver wire guy to some people.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I picked him up waiver wires.
Yeah, so like you'd be hard if you got Chubb, we'd hit the got him button. If you took Kelsey and Sutton and turned him into Chubb, not that I don't love Kelsey, but we would hit the got him button. You got a guy that's like top 6 overall in Nick Chubb for a player that is absolutely amazing, but he's going like after 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 overall.
Right.
All right, bro.
Well, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much. And anybody out there, you need to get on his one-on-one chat. It's amazing.
Yeah, boy. Do it live. Appreciate you.
Do it live.
Do it live.
Appreciate you, man.
All right. Let's go with I don't know who's first. Does somebody start talking? Not everybody at once.
What's up, Smitty?
What's up?
Smitty, I got a question for you. Star 1, Standard League. Sanders or Dameon Pierce?
Sanders or Pierce? I mean...
Yep.
This could go either way. Like, let's not joke around too much about, like, how, this is a no-brainer. You gotta go Pierce. He's our moon man. I'm starting Pierce if it's me. But, I mean, Sanders is certainly capable at any moment. Clearly, he's proven that. I think in the industry, though, Pierce is around 9, 10, 11 overall. Okay, Sanders is around 12 or 13-ish overall. So they're close. But Pierce he's ranked higher across the industry. And he's a guy we want. I could say 9 out of 10 people in the chat here would say start Pierce. But on any given Sunday, Sanders could ball out and have 120 yards, total yards, and a touchdown, or get you 40 yards. Pierce could get game scripted out, and let's say the Giants go up big and they start throwing the ball. But I would start Pierce 10 times out of 10. Doesn't mean I'll be right all 10 times, but I would start him 10 times out of 10.
Okay, I'll start Pierce. Would you start Tua or Justin Fields this Sunday?
Would I start Tua or Justin Fields? I'd probably start Tua. Well, no, Fields against the Lions, bro. They're neck and neck. Give me Tua. Look, Fields. I like Fields, but he's got to run. Like, he's not going to throw 3 TDs like Tua's going to throw. Tua's got the weapons. He's got the weapons. He's got the ability to do whatever he's got to do to win a game, just like Fields. But he's got weapons for days, man. And the matchups are both great. They're both absolute fantastic matchups. So give me Cleveland all day long as a matchup. I mean, Detroit's amazing. That's an amazing matchup for Fields, but he's got to run. He's got to run. And he could outscore everybody. I mean, he's capable of that. But Tua's got too many weapons to pass over, man.
Okay, got it.
They're both top 5 players.
Lastly, you don't rank players by talent anymore. Why don't you?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to me. One day I just woke up and I decided not to look at talent, according to some guy. But yeah.
Hey, that was the funniest segment I've ever watched on your show, Smitty.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what he was. I forget who that even was. The guy doesn't even have to worry about it. I won't remember who, unless you guys remind me. I don't remember who it was, but
it was B. Remember, it was B. He even called into the show.
B. Yeah, it was B. That's right. He's like, Smitty, why don't you rank players based on talent? Like, what else would I rank them on? Like, I don't understand what he meant. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, Smitty. Thanks for answering my question. Have a good one.
All right, peace out. All right, you are live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to? Let's go over here. I can't get this right.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live, bro.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. I can't get this. I don't know how I want this set up here. I think this works. Maybe this is how I want it. Okay. What's up? What can I help you with?
I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
I'm in a 12-team full PPR league, and I'll read you some of the studs I got on my team. So, the heart of my team would be Hurts, Kamara, Barkley, and St. Brown. I'm lacking a wide receiver, and I got Ramondre on bye this week, and I got Mike Williams hurt on the bench. And I really want to make a move, but not sure who to go for or who to move.
Okay, so you got Stevenson, St. Brown, Barkley, Kamara, Hurts. I like your team, bro. I don't know why you're worried at all. Like I'm not. I guess I would potentially look to maybe divide and conquer Barkley or Kamara, but it just depends on if you get an offer you can't refuse. You know what I mean? So right. I'd be very tempted to take like Kamara and turn him into a ETN or Walker if for any reason that owner thinks that Kamara or ETN is not as valuable and they're willing to give you an additional piece. Wide receivers that I would go potentially attack, Stevenson would always be one of them, so you got one of them that I like to buy low. But right. Maybe you could go get a Hopkins or a Mike Evans or a DK Metcalf or something like that and an additional running back. And the running back you'd want back would vary depending on the wide receiver you're picking. But just that whole idea of taking an anchor player in the trade, go into that roster, and then what do you add to it to make your side of the scale heavier? Even if it's like, you're trying to do it quietly. You're buying low, selling high. Right. You don't have another wide receiver besides St. Brown?
I have St. Brown, I got Gabe Davis, Lazard, and Mike Williams. But as you know, Mike Williams ain't playing, so.
This is a good team. I mean, you're the kind of team that could win one game at a time and win the championship. I have no problems envisioning this team winning a championship. If Gabe Davis and St. Brown bounce back, you have really underrated, crafty wide receivers. I don't even feel like you need to divide and conquer.
Yeah. If Mike Williams comes back, man, him going down really crushing it.
Yeah, but he's so inconsistent. Like, I'm not sitting Gabe Davis for him or anything. Like, I'm still starting Gabe.
No, never.
All right, bro. Go divide and conquer. Bring back an offer, an opportunity, and we'll hit it up. Okay? But make sure you go to pick your targets, your anchors for your trade. If it's going to be, you got Stevenson already, Dameon Pierce is an anchor, or ETN, or Walker, or whatever, and then come back with a 2-for-1, and we'll try and work it out. All right, bro.
Right. I'm a lock for the playoffs, so we're 7-2.
Nice. Yeah. Jamar Chase, maybe go get him
All
later. Right. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Yellow. You're live.
Spinning.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, man? Big fan.
What's up? Glad you're here.
So, I got a question on my team, bro.
Okay, hit me with it. I swear that
10-man PPR.
Okay.
Let me just give you the line.
Hit me with it.
Burrow out this week. AJ Brown, D-Hop.
Who? AJ Brown who?
D-Hop.
Okay.
Hopkins. Etienne. Dalvin Cook. Goddard and Adams.
All right. That's a good team, dude.
I'm starting Fields this week with Burrow at the bye.
What can I help you with here?
Bench. Well, on the bench, I got Foreman, Mixon, and Pittman.
Okay.
Sitting at 6-3 right now. Is there any moves you would make? Trying to trade up.
I mean, you got rich person problems here, bro. There's not. I mean, you have nice depth. You know, you have nice depth. You got a bye week coming for ETN. Adams has had his bye. AJ. I mean, you got a really, really good squad here. I don't think there's much to do unless you're gonna try and trade like Mixon and maybe let's see, Foreman and Cook. Upgrade, use Foreman's 100-and-something yard game with Cook to upgrade Cook a little bit. That's the only thing I'm really, and you could even afford to potentially use Mixon as your, and Mixon and Cook as your, or I'm sorry, Mixon and Etienne as your RB 1 and 2, and this could be a wide receiver that you're acquiring. But I mean, Foreman and Cook should get you something. You could get some kind of upgrade, whether it's Nick Chubb, whether it's Derrick Henry. You know, CMC would be ideal if you were to use like Mixon and Foreman, or I don't think you're going to get CMC, right, but it's something that I would entertain. Foreman and Hopkins potentially for one better wide receiver. I would just use Foreman. Just take Foreman and try and upgrade Hopkins, try and upgrade AJ Brown, try and upgrade Cook, try and upgrade Goddard. I would take Foreman and Goddard and turn that into Mark Andrews. I'd roll the dice on that, but that's me. That's me. I just feel like Mark Andrews is a huge difference maker. He's very big injury risk, but you could also upgrade Burrow into Hurts using Foreman potentially. But you have Fields, so you might not even need to do that. Some people love Fields as a top 5 guy. Go forward. I'm a little more skeptical than that, but I love him this week for you. He's a top 5 quarterback play potentially this week. So not much to do here, bro. Not much to do here. You might be best just leaving your depth alone and just dominating the bye week situation here while everybody else is getting bleeded out, you know?
Okay. Sounds good, brother.
Yeah,
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah,
bro.
use
Appreciate
Foreman.
it.
Use Foreman. Try and get something. All right, man, later.
Will do.
Yeah, I mean, some of these teams, like, how do you upgrade this? You could just try and use Foreman. You could try and use Mixon. I mean, if you're still listening, bro, any combination of two of these guys that, you know, as long as you're not using ETN and Adams, I'd keep those guys where they are. But, like, if you traded, like, Hopkins and like, he could almost afford to go Hopkins and Cook for, like, CMC and something. You know, that's something doable. So let me hit these super chats. I'm not gonna hit the phone calls until I'm done with the super chat. So I'm gonna turn off the phone line. So if you're dialing in, you're wasting your. Let's see. This is one from Young. Says, "Bro, that was hilarious. I've never called him Johnny T. until that moment. Johnny T to the moon. I love Johnny T. That's a great nickname. Payne traded B-Rob and Duvernay for Gabe Davis. Did I do good? B-Rob and Duvernay for Gabe Davis. I take Gabe Davis all day long. Twice on Sundays. Even Jeff Saturday would agree. That is a great move. Smitty, would you trade Zeke and Boyd for Pickens? Bro, that's a nothing burger, Neil. I think that trade makes both of you worse. I think that hurts both your teams. I'd probably rather have Boyd. I like Pickens a lot. I just don't like his situation. What did Pickens even do? Let's look up his last game. George Pickens. Maybe I just didn't realize he balled out. He didn't. 3 targets, 0 receptions. Pickett's not that good, is what the problem is. But Pickens has had a decent couple games. He had 102 yards, 83, 61. He's not awful. But what did Boyd do last game before the bye week here? Boyd. Tyler Boyd, madcap. Tyler Boyd. 44. I mean, scores touchdowns, man. I'm going to roll with the Boyd side. I just want Boyd. Pickens is okay, but I just want Boyd. Not loving those moves. Would you do Tyreek Hill? No, this has got to be Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill and Hopkins for... No, this has got to be Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill and Hopkins for Kelsey. I'd rather have Kelsey. Thank you, Neil. Appreciate you. Deonta Foreman on waivers. Whole bag. Jimmy G or Allen. Is that Josh Allen? Bro? What are we doing here, Mano? What are we doing here? Allen? Josh Allen? I mean, if he's playing, bro, what are you going to sit him? And as for this question here, Foreman?
Initiate full load drop.
Full load drop on him, bro. Full load drop on the man known as Deonta Foreman. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Full load drop. Full load drop indeed. Do I have this right? I think that was the look we were going for there. Full load drop. Thank you for the question there, Mano. And I don't know what you're saying about Jimmy G versus Allen. Like, what are we talking about there? Hey, Smitty, you told me to ask this on the live show, so here it is. Chase, Andrews, Metcalf, or Hill, Hopkins, Pitts. Okay, guys, this question was sent to me on the text line, and I told Racing Boy this would be a great one to bring to the chat. So if you guys could give me a hard vote on this, a hardcore vote on this. I need a lot of votes on this. I want everybody to bring it. Bring the fire on this one. I want to see 15, 20 votes minimum on this one. Try and blow me away on this one. Okay? What side would you rather have? Jamar Chase, Andrews, Metcalf, or Tyreek Hill, Hopkins, Pitts? I told him I lean toward the Hill-Hopkins side because A, Hill's the best player in the entire trade. B, Hopkins is arguable as anyone on the other side. And C, no one's injured on the Hill-Hopkins side. You've got 2 injuries on the other side. Even though Metcalf's a really nice additional third piece, I don't think you'd want to mess around with the injury. So I have a feeling it's going to be a 90% Hill vote. So far we got 5. Hill. Chase Andrews, there's more Chase Andrews Metcalf than I thought, but it's a majority Hill. But I would say it's about looking like about a 15%, 20% vote, and 80% in favor of the Hill side. You can wait on Chase. That's an easy pick. So it's weird to see a couple of the stances almost like it's no-brainer Jamar Chase side, and then people like no-brainer Hill side. It's kind of crazy. A couple of more Chase side than I expected. DK side, wow. It's a tough one though. It's Avi says it's not close, but Avi, I don't even know what side you're talking about because literally there's people saying the same thing. Not even close. It's the Chase side. Not even close. It's the Hill side. It's crazy. Nicholas, appreciate you being here. Glad to see you as well. Hill and Hopkins Nation, all three have a bye, so yeah, I think obviously the team matters too, but I mean, I think it's pretty clear cut. Hill, there are people making an argument, but Gabe Davis or Josh Palmer, give me Gabe Davis if Josh Allen plays, and if he doesn't, then I suppose I lean Joshua Palmer. Should I trade Chubb for Kenneth Walker? I think if you're going to do that, you need to get more, because fair market value commands that Walker is not. You need more on that side of the trade. Chubb is top 5 or 6 overall. Walker's below that, not a ton, but most people have Walker below him by a significant amount. So you need to go get like at least a St. Brown or something significant like that in addition, for sure. I don't mind where you're going with that, but you definitely need to make sure you're getting more. It's not something that's like up for debate, really. The fair market value is the fair market value. You are definitely giving up too much if you just do that straight up. I'm not saying I don't like it. I do like the idea. Trade Adams and for Ramondre. Trade Adams for Ramondre. In what, though? Like, John, you can't possibly be doing this straight up. Adams is a top 10 overall pick. Ramondre is like probably third rounder. Probably top of the third, mid third. So I don't know if you forgot to type something in, John. Like, what player are we adding in with Ramondre to make this a debatable question? If you're trading Adams for Ramondre straight up, you're getting robbed. And that's coming from somebody that loves Ramondre Stevenson, bro. Don't get robbed. Don't do that. Anthony, start 2 PPR, Ramondre, Olave, Godwin, or Dameon Pierce. I'm going to start Dameon Pierce and Olave if it's me. But that's really close, bro. And this is a $10 hauler. Hang tight with me there real quick, okay, bro? Appreciate you calling in. Hang tight. Need serious help, Smitty. I'm 3-6 with Lamar Jackson, Amon-Ra, Waddle, JT, Ramondre, Everett. I'm 3-6. Lamar Jackson, Amon-Ra, Waddle. You got good wide receivers. JT, Ramondre. You're fine at running back. Fournette. I trade Fournette. Trading Fournette. Trade Fournette and Everett for. This is a tough move for you to make, though, because he's out this week. But you could go on a tear. You could go on a holy terror from here on out. I'm tempted to have you go get. Man, I don't think you can do it though. You're 3-6. I want you to get Andrews. I want you to trade Fournette and Everett for Andrews, but I don't know. You might have to go after another wide receiver using Fournette. Like, let's see. Let me throw out a name or two. DK. You've got Waddle. You've got Amon-Ra. I mean, part of me wants to say, like, go get Olave and something for Fournette. If you think you could win this week, like your opponent is like hurting bad. If you're not even that like sold on Fournette starting for you, like you don't know what Fournette's gonna do. Maybe you get Andrews, man. That would be an interesting addition for you. In this last super chat, first and last, you dropped a super chat, but I don't have anything attached. I'll go looking for your question in a bit. Flex Jeff Wilson or Pickens? I go Jeff Wilson. Easy. Volume seems to be there. All right, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Smitty.
What's up, man?
Hey, Smitty. Dialed up about 44 times. Finally got on.
Attaboy. What can I do for you?
Here's my team. Standard 12 team, 8-1 record. I've had a very, very favorable schedule, but I'm feeling vulnerable. Here's my team: Justin Herbert, Leonard Fournette, Pierce, Cooper Kupp, Palmer, Freiermuth, Antonio Gibson, Ramondre Stevenson, and I have Dulcich as my backup tight end. I lost Hall. So, I mean,
you lost who?
I'm trying to kind of get ready for the playoffs. And what do you think? What do I have? What do I need?
Herbs, Fournette, Pierce, Cup, Palmer, Muth. How are you 8? No offense. How are you 8-1? Like,
I've had a very favorable schedule.
You've been making
like I said, I'm almost.
Yeah, you've been making. I don't mean that
I'm
innate.
averaging maybe.
There are just very few people that are 8-1. Period. You know, and you're dropping an 8-1. That's a really. Is this you? How many teams are in this league?
12 team standard.
I mean, that's great GMing, bro.
Yeah, extremely competitive.
Yeah, let's put Stevenson in this lineup. It's driving me nuts to have. He's your starter, obviously. So hold on, Stevenson, and then Herbs. So I mean, I'm trying to trade Fournette. I mean, that's my main goal. I guess I'd go to a tight end needy team and just see if they have any interest in your Muth or Dulcich. But I'd probably say, like, you know, Fournette is your key piece to get rid of here. And if you can go, and I'm not saying your team isn't good, it's just hard to believe you're 8-1. That's crazy. Stevenson, Pierce, Cup, and you get one more player that can be considered as good as, like, in between Cup and Pierce. Like, you somehow can pull that off.
And that's what I was thinking. I actually, you read my mind. I'm hoping Fournette has a breakout game, and I can use him as a good trade. You think Mike Williams might be a good trade, or is that?
You mean the guy that's injured and you don't know when he's ever going to play again? No, that's a bad idea.
Okay, all right. Who do you shoot for Fournette?
Straight up right now, like before he has a good game, hopefully, and bounces back for you. Because if he has a bad game, you're definitely not getting anything. But I mean, right now, you could probably, if your grandma's in this league or your aunt Mildred or something is in this league, you could maybe try and sneak out a Debo or a Hopkins or a Evans because they need a running back so bad. If you're playing with, like, you know, not sharks but baby sharks, you might have to settle for a DK Metcalf right now before anything changes. If you're playing with a bunch of grandmas, you might be able to get JT, you know, or JT could cost 2 times what Fournette costs. It just really depends on who we're talking about, who you're playing with.
Right. Yeah. And yeah,
Swift.
It's tough. It's I can't get anyone to
Aaron.
fight, and I mean it's a very, very competitive league. And Breece Hall, I mean that was my ticket, and obviously that's gone by the wayside. So
yeah, I guess that's
everything
also a big reason why you were doing so well, and you got the 8-1 record as Hall. Nice job, by the way. Like, Hall in this lineup, Hall and Fournette playing well, which I did not want anybody drafting Fournette. I beat a dead horse on it, but if he had continued to do what he was doing at the beginning of the year, and you had Breece Hall doing what he was doing, you would be 8-1 worthy, and you'd be a monster. But yeah, the fact remains, if you don't get rid of Fournette now, or if he doesn't have a good game and you get rid of him after this week, assuming your trade deadline is next week or the week after, it's going to be hard for you to win the league. You could definitely be a decent team, but you need to make a move. You need to make this move, and you need to hit a home run on this move. You need to go get might be a good candidate for Jamar Chase, bro. Because that Jamar Chase owner might give you Jamar Chase for Fournette. And that's a little bit of a risk. Like, understand that he may not play. Again, odds are he probably is, because they didn't put him on IR, which means they felt like he could come back before the 4 games. So it is a risk you need to understand. Yeah. But if you trade Fournette for Chase right now, you might have at 8-1 the ability to win this league.
And that's why I'm willing to take that risk. I'm 8-1. I can deal with the with that risk. But I don't, as far as the playoffs goes, I just don't think that I'm set to make it through all the way to the
Go get Chase.
To the championship with the team that I have. I can't lose any of my guys right now. If I do, I'm done.
Go get Chase, man.
That's what it's with. Okay. All right. Sounds good, Smitty. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Listen to you always. Thank you.
Later. All right, next up, who am I talking to? Who?
Egan.
Egan. What's up, Egan?
What's up, man? So I made a pretty big trade today, and I'm just wondering your opinion on it.
You let me be the judge of that, Egan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, I got my.
Hold on. Hey, mute. I added somebody on the call. If you could mute, that'd be great. Okay, go ahead with your trade.
I don't have a trade. Yo.
Hey, caller! I just added. Mute if you could. We'd appreciate it. I got Egan on the phone. He's trying to make a trade, but you're interrupting. You're mouth breathing on the phone.
Yo, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Smitty.
That's right.
My name's Keegan. I'm Packers in the chat. I'm gonna hit you with my trade real quick.
Okay, go.
So first off, I'm gonna let you know, I got McCaffrey, Eckler, and Damon Pierce. So I'm pretty good at the running back position, and I just pulled off a trade where I picked up Justin Fields in free agency, and I traded him and Aaron Jones for Cousins and Ramondre Stevenson because I'm in a week where I'm guaranteed to win. I mean, the guy I'm playing doesn't really set his lineup. So I got a guaranteed win this week. And with Aaron Jones coming up on a bye week in 14, Ramondre has his this week. I'm feeling good about that. I just want to know how you feel about Ramondre over Aaron for the rest of the season.
I mean, I don't think you crushed him on that trade. I think it could work out for you if Stevenson balls out, and I think he could.
Yeah.
But he got Fields, Aaron Jones. That helped him pretty good too. So I don't know.
It definitely did. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that but I mean, let's just. Who's your quarterback? You said.
Oh yeah, that's what I left out, was that I have Burrow on a bye week.
Okay.
So Fields was a free agency pickup for me, so I kind of saw him as not much value to give up for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm on a guaranteed win with Cousins this week, either way.
I mean, this is a good squad you got right here. Eckler, CMC, Burrow, Pierce, Stevenson. You're balling out. Who are your wide receivers?
Yeah, that was another question I had. So I got a Mike Evans and a Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
So I'm doing all right, but with Mike Evans on a bye week next week, I wanted to know if there's any wide receiver trades I can make, because one of the guys in my league has finessed some people, in other words. So he's got a Kupp, a Jefferson, and a Waddle, and an Olave. So I was wondering, with my running back combination and with his wide receiver combination, if there's any good moves you thought I could make there.
I mean, I like your team a lot. It looks really, really strong. I think Evans and St. Brown's really, really good. What's your record?
Right now I'm 4-5, but I've lost some close games by like 22, 2 points, stuff like that. I'm in the playoffs, and I'm pretty confident I'm going to make it if I win this week, which I will.
If you think you're going to make the playoffs, I wouldn't worry about the bye weeks. I would be making trades based on the bye weeks. If you think you're going to make the playoffs based on the positioning and everything. Look, CMC, Eckler, Pierce, Stevenson, assuming you can start all four of those running backs, and I assume you can.
Yes, sir.
Evans, St. Brown. I mean, if St. Brown bounces back, it's you're a top 3 team guaranteed without even looking at the rosters. I like it, unless you're in an 8-man league. But
yeah,
are you in a 10 or 12?
We're an 8-man.
Oh, you're an 8. Okay.
Yeah, we're 8.
But it's still good. It's still a good team. You still could easily win. But if you're in an 8-man league, that means everyone's stacked and everybody looks kind of as good as this. But I still love the combination. I mean, Eckler and CMC arguably are both like 1 and number 3 for running backs. And then you've got.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that was my only kind of problem I was facing, was that I'm a top 2 team. It's me versus a guy with Eckler and JJ, and I didn't know, if there's maybe a move I should make out for one of those two. But I'm confident with my running backs. If Smitty agrees, I'm good.
Yeah. Texans, real quickly, let me just reply to this real quick. Texans, thank you for being a member of the YouTube exclusive membership for 3 straight months. Love the stream, says Texans. Where do you take Pierce in a dynasty startup? But this is relevant to your player here. So, dynasty startup, I feel like it's hard to say he's a top 10 or higher than top 8 running back, but I'd say like 8 to 12. With the rookies coming in, with Bijan coming in, and there could be 2 rookie running backs that are right there too. I'd say a good like 8 to 12 rank for running backs, which essentially equates to like 12 to 13 overall, 12 to 14 overall player, at least 15. We'll call him like 14 to 15 overall player. That's really good. But Pierce in Dynasty, there's still some things to make sure they don't draft another RB. He doesn't get hurt. He holds up all year as we see him develop. So I would say that's a safe place for him to rank. Appreciate you, Texans. Yeah, man. I mean, let's get another question. I mean, you're pretty good. I don't know that you need to be making any moves. Personally, I think you got the depth to weather through. Just make sure you're vigilant on the waiver wire for wide receivers. You pick up the Joshua Palmers as they develop. Tony, if he's out there, could be a potential savior for you if he ends up getting used. I'm much more apt to go light at wide receiver in an 8-man league because guess what? Wide receivers are plentiful and always available on the waiver wire in 8-man leagues. So I'd be more apt to go heavy at running back like you have it.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
All right, bro.
I appreciate you, Smitty.
Yeah.
ETN and Walker to the moon, bro.
Attaboy. All right, later. All right, next, MB. You're up, MB. You're up, pal.
MB?
Yeah, MB, what's up? What can I do for you?
So I got 2 questions.
Mouth breather. I'm just kidding, bro. You weren't mouth breathing. You were digitally mouth breathing. You were. I could hear my stream in the background. It sounded like a circus going on, and I'm glad. Thank you for muting it. I appreciate you. What can I do for you?
I got you. My bad.
What's your name, by the way?
CJ.
CJ. All right, CJ. Hit me with it.
So I started Deontay Foreman at my RB2, which turned out to be a good idea.
Nice.
So now I have Jeff Wilson left, and I want to put him as my flex, but I also have Christian Kirk and Olave, and I need one of them to start as my wide receiver 2, and I have Waddle as my wide receiver 1. So should I start Kirk and Olave and sit Jeff, or start Jeff and play Chris, Olave, or Kirk?
That's a tough one. Chat, what are we thinking here? I think you probably Kirk and Olave and is it PPR?
Yeah, PPR.
They're
Cool.
probably safest, but I don't know that I always roll with the safe move. I probably would be tempted to go Wilson and Olave, but Kirk is definitely safe.
Okay, Kirk is the one I'm nervous about because he's been up and down on me, and I don't know when to start him.
Yeah, that's why
So
I feel
always
like
play-
Wilson's a pretty good move for you. He's momentum's there. I kind of just feel like it's a good move.
Okay. Also, I picked up Brady. Collar's hurt. Do you think I should play Brady this week?
Over who?
If Collar doesn't play.
If Collar doesn't play, I like Brady.
Okay.
Yeah, if Collar doesn't play, I like Brady.
Last question. I just want to know if you think I should do any moves. I have on my team, I have Brady, Dalvin Cook, Deontay Foreman, Jalen Waddle, Chris Olave, Zach Ertz, Jeff Wilson, Raiders kicker, Kyler Murray, Christian Kirk, Nicole Hart.
I'll be honest, man. I didn't write it down, bro. I give me the dilemmas because I got to jump to the next call. Give me the dilemmas. What are we worried about?
I got you. Running back. I have Deontay Foreman, Dalvin Cook, and Jeff Wilson.
Deontay Foreman, Dalvin Cook, and Jeff Wilson. And you're having to pick how many? Or are you just asking me about trades?
If I need to upgrade.
Deontay Foreman, Dalvin Cook. I mean, I'd try and maybe trade Foreman to just upgrade anything. I would just go to take Cook. Can I upgrade Cook at all using Deontay Foreman? Can I upgrade any of my wide receivers using Deontay Foreman? Who's your tight end?
Zach Ertz.
Ertz is pretty good, but I still like Andrews more. Deontay Foreman. Hey, you want Deontay Foreman? Give me Andrews. You know, it's risky. Like, don't know that. Don't get mad at me later if Andrews is out for the season. But Andrews, if he comes back and balls out and he's no longer on the injury report walking into week number 11, everyone's going to be screaming to the moon, on the way to the moon. You know, I just feel like it's a good move to make.
Okay.
All right, bro.
All right, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do this real quick. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Call back if you have another question. I'm a little distracted right now. I'm trying to figure out how to. Let's see here. Let me split this. There we go. I think we're going to do this. This might be better. Let's try this out for a little while. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hello?
Hello?
Wait, are you on live right now?
Are you on live
I
right
think
now?
must be a second behind.
Are you on
That's
live
why
right now?
it didn't look like you were on.
Are you on live right now?
I just got some questions about my team. I got it on the computer, but I think you're a second behind. Yeah, but my
Sorry.
team is kind of struggling. I want to know what you think I should do because I've lost like last 3 games and I started off 5-1 and my players are injured or underperforming and I feel like I could make a move or I'm going to miss the playoffs or something.
Okay. Hit me with it.
All right, so here's my team. Now, week 6, I scored like 165 points and had the most points in the league, so I was looking good, but that was because of Gabe Davis. So I got Josh Allen, Gabe Davis, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, Mark Andrews, and then I got Mike Williams injured. That's hurting me. I've had Andrews and Williams hurt. And then I'm kind of wrestling with receivers each week who to play because I can't get consistent numbers. So I just traded Curtis Samuel for Devonta Smith. So now I got Gabe Davis. I'm gonna have Devonta Smith, Jacoby Myers, and Rondell Moore. So I'm using. And on my bench I got Bucs defense. I'm starting Titans defense and the Seahawks kicker this week, Jason Myers. So I got Bucs defense, Njoku, and I picked up OBJ. And it just looks like there's this, it was really good for 6 games, but now it's not quite working. I'm curious if you think I should do something with it.
Let's see. So Gabe Davis, JT Barkley, Andrews, Allen. Who's your other wide receivers?
They're a bunch of nobodies. I got Jacoby Myers, Rondell Moore, and I'm going to get Devonta Smith. I traded Curtis Samuel for him. I had Mike Williams, but he's hurt.
I mean, you got enough firepower to beat any team at any moment, but can you go the distance? One game, and just keep winning? I'd probably say you got to divide and conquer Barkley, bro. Just divide them into 2 players. You know, do your best to go get. Ada, calling again. I saw you in there. I'll add you. Bro, you just need to try and figure out a way to get 2 players, 2 really good players, to go get ETN, go get Walker, go get one of those guys with an additional Hopkins type player. And it's not going to be easy. You're going to get a lot of rejections. You got to make a lot of offers. You can't offer 1 or 2 offers and be like, no one's biting. You got to literally offer a ton of offers out there. All it takes is 1. one person to make a mistake, one person to be vulnerable at one given moment. And I think if you do that, you'll be in the mix. But it definitely is something that's going to be hard for you to, it's going to be hard for you to win with this team. Like like I said, you could beat anybody at any moment. But Allen's now banged up. It's going to be a little bit hard. You're going to be a little hard pressed. So just go out there and try to do a bunch of 1-for-2s. Barkley for these two players. Because what's your record?
5-4.
And are you feeling confident you're going to make the playoffs, even with Allen potentially banged up, with how that affects Gabe Davis, with JT not quite back yet, but maybe back yet, and with Andrews out on a bye and maybe not. You know what I mean? So Barkley's going to have to be divided up, I think. Just make sure you make the right trade. Don't come back and say, hey, Smitty, I got, Fournette and Higgins. You're going to be proud of me.
I don't want Fournette at all.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I could try and get ETN and someone with Barkley or that's kind of the only one I'm thinking of.
All right, bro.
Because most of my league mates just don't look at trades.
Yeah, that sucks.
Only about half are doing that.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Call back when you have a couple offers to work through, and we'll go over it, okay?
Okay.
All right, appreciate you.
Thanks.
Yeah, later.
Yep.
Ada, you're up.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Smitty?
What's up, Ada? I can hear you loud and clear, pal.
All right, so perfect. So for the keeper league I was talking about, so the one with Walker and Pierce, I realized some other keepers are St. Brown and Devontae. Do you keep those over Walker and Pierce?
Walker and Pierce, St. Brown, or Ramondre?
Devontae Adams.
Oh, Adams. So Walker and Pierce or Adams. I mean, Adams is tough because he's older. Does he have one more elite year left? Probably. Does he have multiple? I don't know. I think it's a case by case, year by year type of decision we got to make with Adams. I'd probably rather have Pierce,
right,
but
I know like St. Brown's young, so
yeah, St. Brown. It depends how St. Brown finishes. If St. Brown goes on a tear, bro, like improves everyone wrong that doubted him, and he's back like on, we're just hitting St. Brown Moon Man buttons all the rest of the season in double-digit weeks, then we have a great problem on our hands. For right now, you can't consider him in this until he proves himself. But Adams is tough to keep because there's this is a decision that will affect you for multiple years, right? Because if you keep Pierce, you can keep him for multiple years, right? Not 1 year.
From what I'm aware, yes. I'll check to make sure, but
yeah, if it's like a 2-year keeper league, then I'd keep Adams. Because it's going to be, your time's going to be up. East Coast Teddy says hit the like button because there's only how many thumbs up we have? 185 thumbs up, really. 330 of you in here. Rookie numbers. All right, bro. Anything else?
Oh no, that's it for now. So, thanks.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
yeah, I mean, does the chat feel differently? Does the chat feel differently? Pierce or Adams or St. Brown? Obviously, you're keeping ETN. He's an absolute lock.
Sorry, the keeper was Walker.
I'm sorry, Walker. Absolute lock. Walker might be the number 1, number 2, or number 3 overall player in Dynasty.
Made sure to draft him.
Can you make a trade for ETN? Trade
no, because the other guy, I know he's in this chat. He's smart too. He wanted Walker, but I told him.
Yeah, he's not going to get him, right? Yeah. Hey, he's in this chat. What's his name?
That boy OD.
Zach Boyd.
That boy. OD.
Oh, that boy. Okay, he's a frequent super chatter. Hey, that boy.
Oh, yeah.
This telegram is from Ada to you.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber swinging Skywalker.
Ada wanted me to send you that digital telegram, bro. Walker's not for sale. All right, Ad. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, later. Attaboy. All right, well, how many hours have we been live? 2 hours and 10 minutes. This is the last caller of the night. Last caller of the night. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You are the last caller of the night. What can I help you with? Do it live.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good.
I've been donating about my team, but this is my team. I need to make a trade.
Who is this?
Jalen Hurts, Chris Olave.
Who is
Adam
this?
Lazard.
Hold on. Who is this?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I want to know who I'm talking
Am I
to.
not up right now?
Yeah, you're up. But who is this? I'm saying so I can thank you for your super chats.
Fitzy.
Fitzy, what's up, man?
Fitzy623.
Yeah, let me
what's
put
good,
you in the
dude?
system. It's beneficial for you to be in my system because then if I see you calling, then I may
Oh,
be
thanks, dude.
more apt to answer it. No offense to anybody else but it's just like if I
Appreciate it, man.
And if your call sucks, I'll know to avoid it.
Nah, I'm chill.
I'm just kidding, bro. Fitzy. Okay.
All right.
Hit me with your team. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. So my team is Jalen Hurts, Chris Olave, Adam Lazard, ETN, Kenneth Walker, George Kittle, Josh Palmer, Sutton, Kadarius Toney, Ezekiel Elliott, Mike Williams. Those are like the big guys. There's like a few bench fillers, but
Okay, let me. You were going a little fast. Hurts, Olave, ETN, Walker, Kittle. That's all I got.
Palmer, Josh Palmer.
Okay.
Cortland Sutton, Kadarius Toney, Ezekiel Elliott, Mike Williams.
Okay.
Now I tried to trade with the Amon-Ra owner, but like he's just trying to avoid trading him. He's trying to trade me like Tyler Lockett and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, your team, you got ETN and Walker and Hurts. It's a fantastic core. You're obviously hurting a little bit at wide receiver, but I love Olave as like that hardcore wide receiver 2 for any team. That's like a wide receiver 3, but he's playing high level wide receiver 2. I don't see you having a lot of maneuverability here. And in order to make any moves,
Yeah, I was trying to trade Kittle. I was trying to trade Kittle and Lazard for, I think, yeah, it was Kittle, Lazard, and Zeke for Amon-Ra and David Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a good offer, but I don't know.
Yeah,
he wasn't going for that.
What about Gabe Davis? Would be a nice addition for you. He's like another Olave, like wide receiver 2 that can dance with the lines.
I was gonna trade for Gabe Davis last week with Lazard, but I feel like I should start Lazard honestly this week, and then maybe Gabe Davis has another bad game.
Yeah, I would try. I mean, I would rather have Gabe Davis right now. Just what's your record?
I'm 5-4.
Do you feel pretty confident you'll make the playoffs, or are you really gonna be
I don't know. It's a pretty competitive league. Like everybody is at least like, other than 2 teams at the bottom, is 4 and 5 or 5 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm right in the middle of the pack. I'm 5th seed right now. 16 weeks to the playoffs. 10-team league.
What about Mark Andrews using Kittle and Sutton?
Well, Mark Andrews is on the number 1 team, and his team is stacked because I honestly traded Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon for ETN and Olave. Like a few weeks ago, that was a good trade because Jamar Chase was like, I don't know if he was going to come back type thing because it's a hip, and then Joe Mixon went off, and his team is just stacked.
Mm-hmm. Man, that had to have been brutal to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay because ETN's getting 28 touches a game, so it's like I'm wiping my tears with that.
Yeah. I guess, bro, the only thing you could do is try and do a little baby move like Kittle and Sutton for like something. Especially if, like, let's say Taysom Hill or somebody on waivers, you feel good about it. Tight end, you could throw in Dulcich or something like that.
Well, I have Gerald Everett.
Okay, Everett. So trade Kittle or Everett.
Gerald Everett has a pretty good schedule, so like that's one of the reasons I was trying to trade Kittle. But the thing is, like, I don't know what I can get for Kittle and somebody like
Yeah, if I'm you, I'm probably
because I need some firepower at wide receiver because I traded away Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
but now I have 2 stud running backs and a really good quarterback. But now I need an elite wide receiver. Maybe Olave emerges as that guy, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think you need to try your best to trade one of your tight ends to a tight end needy team. Use Sutton, use Lazard, use whatever, Zeke if you can, to try and get some non-tight end player.
I know there's one team that has Devontae Adams and his tight ends Taysom Hill. I mean, I don't know if I could trade like a Kittle and Olave type of thing.
For what?
For Devontae Adams, but
I mean, if you could do that, you'd be a magician.
I mean, maybe like an Olave, Kittle, and Mike Williams, or like a Devonta. That's the thing is, I like Mike Williams, but it's just like this ankle injury.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get that, but if you can, you're a sorcerer, like I said.
Right, I'll be the sorcerer of the day.
Probably for sure. Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I was trying to trade for CeeDee Lamb, but that owner just does not want to trade him either.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. It's not easy making these moves, but you're gonna have to either just get lucky, and make one of those small little moves, or you may have to consider dividing Hurts up into 2 players or trading Hurts for I don't know.
The thing is, I was trying to trade Hurts and Olave for Hurts and Olave for I think it was like Herbert, DeAndre Swift, and T. Higgins, but that owner really doesn't really care about the league. Kind of sucks, but
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you pay $50 and then you just don't pay attention.
Yep. All right, bro. Well, call back when you have some offers on the table, but definitely try and go to a tight end needy team and try and use your Kittle or Everett, whichever one they want, to get a little bit of a St. Brown type player, and then come back and let me know. All right, bro.
All right, Smitty. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. Okay, I'm closing the phone lines down, guys. I'm sorry. I know you guys love the phone lines. You love dialing into the show, but it is time to. I don't know how. I can't get this. I can't get this right. I don't know how I want. I feel like this is the best layout for it. I've been tweaking the layout all show. I know some people kind of like this one, but it irks me for some reason. Like this one I like better. The board's smaller, but it is what it is. I did the long way one. I don't know if that was better. Let's get these super chats out of the way. I called and accidentally said Eckler instead of Kupp, and I called when naming another squad. Packers, I don't know how you said the name Eckler instead of Kupp. I don't even know what the conversation was about. First and Last dropped a super chat a while ago. I'm sorry. Here's his question. I had to find it. It wasn't in the super chat, but Kamara Pitts or Walker Pitts for Kelsey. This is tough because Walker's going on a bye, but I'd probably rather give up Kamara. I think you could get more. You shouldn't be giving up more. Like Kelsey gets drafted below Walker and Kamara. So what are we doing here? Your other running backs are. So why would you get rid of, if your running backs are Jamal, Williams, and Dillon? Why would you trade Kamara and Pitts? I assume you're trading Kelsey for those running backs. Okay. The way it's work. Okay. So if you're trading Kelsey, I would rather get. I mean, Kamara and Pitts are probably worth more in the open market, but I'd rather have Walker and Pitts personally. But with the bye week, it depends. I don't know. Kamara and Walker are pretty close. I wouldn't blame you for going either way. Would the chat rather have Kamara or Walker? Somebody put the board in the center above your head. I don't know. I don't know about that, bro. I don't think I like that. But thanks. It's a good try. Good try. Wait, Smitty, put the board over your face. Yeah, it's a good one. I like that. Walker. Walker, not even close. Yeah, I agree. The reason I ask is because I'm so high on Walker. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I overvalue him, but I just love him, bro. I just love him. I mean, who wouldn't after this?
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
I mean, just who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like that? Name yourself. Speak. Thanks for the help this season, Smitty. Full PPR start Jimmy G over Herbert. I don't. You're not crazy too. Could CMC take 3 small check down passes house because he's so amazing? Yeah, he could. Start 1, Jalen Warren, Dylan, B-Rob. Probably B-Rob because he's guaranteed a little more. Kyron Williams I like, but we don't know what his workload's going to be and how fast he's going to get moved into the, so this week it'd be B-Rob. I don't love those options though, to be honest with you. And at quarterback, I mean, Herbert I'm starting. I just couldn't start Jimmy G over Herbert. Could I live to regret that decision? Will I be thinking about you on Sunday if Jimmy G throws 4 short, tiny passes that CMC and Debo take to the house and Jimmy's got 4 touchdowns and I'm shaking my head going, why does this even count for Jimmy G? But it is what it is. Maybe he does deliver a decent 2-3 TD outing. If you have a lot of questions about Herbert and you're just not ready to put him in, I don't blame you. And I wouldn't tell you to take a lap. Should I be trying to trade for Pitts? It depends on the cost, Thomas. I definitely like acquiring Pitts right now at a cheap bargain type pricing, but I don't know that you're going to get him extremely cheap, and I don't know that anybody that has him can sell him high. Like, he's kind of in that purgatory area. Depends on what buying him low means to you. Would I give up a Curtis Samuel for him in a heartbeat? Would I give up a wide receiver 3 for him if you need a tight end in a heartbeat? Like, that kind of value, sure, but am I treating him like a hot commodity? No, because he really doesn't deserve that. Decimate with a super chat. I have Fields, Herbert, White. Trade Herbert for Fournette. I mean, maybe I do, and then just try and flip him, bro. Yeah, I hate to say that, but it's all about trade value. Box of juice. Don't we have a juice box as well? Box of juice and juice box. I think we got 2 followers with the same MO there. Do we sit Gabe if Keenum plays? It depends on your option. Box of juice. I still like Gabe Davis, but yeah, if you've got a much safer alternative, like a Jeff Wilson maybe or something, then you might want to go that direction. But certainly feel like it is very dependent whether you play Gabe Davis, whether Josh Allen plays, for sure. Trade Saquon and Mark Andrews for Travis Etienne and A.J. Brown. Probably would. That's very close. I would say, given that Andrews is hurt, Etienne and A.J. Brown's better. But if Mark Andrews comes back on a tear, this could be a very, very even, close to even trade. Don't think you could go wrong either way. Bro, what are these burner accounts? Which burner accounts are we talking about, Ada? What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? Keenum is not bad. Yeah, he ain't that bad. Lunchbox. Yeah, there it is. Juice box, lunchbox. We got a lot of cafeteria related names. Barry Sanders was his father. It's a vibrant community, not going to lie. Thank you, Uncle Slayer. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow. We may go live again. Nasty, welcome to the YouTube exclusive membership, my guy. If anybody wants to become a YouTube exclusive member and be able to have the green name, all the cool emojis that everybody drops all the time that nobody else has access to, it's $1.99 a month, and it helps support the channel. Helps keep the lights on. It's a good way to show your support because you're wearing a green name and everybody else knows it. You also get that little orange headphone badge by your name. And if you've been, a member longer, you turn into like the East Coast Daddy's got a crown, and Ada's got the other badge. So it just depends how long you've been a member. Thank you all for becoming YouTube exclusive members. Those of you that have, thank you for all of you that super chat. Thank you to all of you who just thumb up the videos and leave comments. I'm going to try and go through as many comments tonight as I can. I'll try and get through 100% of the comments on this particular video once it's up and over in the next hour or two. So if you leave a comment in the next hour or two, I'll try and get back to 100% of them. I'll try and go backwards on the other videos as well and try and reply. Appreciate everybody. Subscribe if you're new. I'm live Monday through Friday. Every single Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. Eastern until sometimes we go 2, 3, 4 hours. It just depends. I'm live whenever news breaks. And I'm also live every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That is tonight. That is also tomorrow night at midnight Eastern. And I'm also live every Sunday morning, the last half hour leading into kickoff for your start bench questions. And I'm only answering, everybody can watch, everybody can comment, but I'm only answering names that are green by way of the YouTube exclusive membership, which I've linked in the live chat and in the description. Lunchbox just became a member. Lunchbox to the moon.
To the moon.
We got Nasty and Lunchbox who just became members. Appreciate both of you becoming members. Yeah. And if anybody wants to become the $9.99 a month, you can downgrade, upgrade, cancel anytime. It's all done through YouTube, safe and secure. You basically get the 2 Zoom calls every single Sunday on top of everything I just described. That means that you jump on, you can turn your mic off, your camera off, you can just listen like it's a podcast. And it's 2 Zoom calls at halftime of the morning games, at halftime of the Sunday night game. Very simple to remember. Halftime. The guys are on Zoom. And then you jump on Zoom and we take care of it live. Talk about who's looking good in the first half of the morning games at that call. And then the halftime of the Sunday night game, we've had all of the Sunday games to digest everything. What are we thinking buy low time? What are we thinking? Who's going to bust from here on out? Who do we need to go get in a trade? And don't forget all my socials right here. You want my TikTok? It's right there, The Fantasy Football Show. You want my Instagram? It's The Fantasy Football Show. You want my YouTube handle? You forget it? It's The Fantasy Football Show. You want the Spotify? Just type in The Fantasy Football Show. You want content? You go to thefantasyfootballshow.com. Year-round rankings, bold predictions, the trade calculator, the one-on-one text device. The bold predictions are looking pretty good right now, by the way, in retrospect. They lock in at week 1. So bold predictions will be dropping on January 1. There's going to be some doozies on the list. I'll just tell you that. And don't forget that we have a Dynasty channel that we're going to be trying to go live on once a day. I'm hit and miss with it right now because there's so much stuff I need to do. Underdog, I'll go over my favorite underdog calls tomorrow. Appreciate you, OJ. But make sure you subscribe to the Dynasty channel. Link is in the description of the video. And if you go to my main YouTube homepage and you scroll to the bottom, it'll show you all my channels. So make sure you click the Dynasty channel there, subscribe. Maybe we'll do a Dynasty mock draft this weekend. Maybe we'll do a mock draft tomorrow. Yeah. ETN scores 3 TDs, says box of juice. What's Lunchbox think of that? Slayer says, Smitty, don't forget what? Don't forget what? All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate you. Someone said I forgot a super chat. Hold on. Young says drop Mostert or likely to pick up Jaylen Warren. Maybe drop. Not feeling either. I'm not feeling it. Maybe drop likely for Jaylen depending on your tight end situation, but I'd probably hang on to Mostert for another week and let the dust settle. And you know, Jaylen Warren might be worth picking up for Likely, though. Yeah, I mean, you never know when he pops off. I'm okay with that. Especially with the bye week, I bet you could pick up Likely again. I'd probably be okay with that. All right, later, guys. I'm trying to figure out your message here. Add DK into the convo. It's between Walker, Pierce, St. Brown, DK, Adams. Don't know if that changes anything. I don't remember the question, Ada. So if you're asking me to rank these guys, I would say you're giving me too much credit for me to remember what we're talking about. I've hundreds and hundreds of things I see between that and this. If I'm ranking them, I'm going to say give me Walker, give me Adams, give me Pierce, give me DK, then give me St. Brown. I don't know if that helps. Appreciate you, Ada. Zach. Slayer. Appreciate you. Travis. Thank you to everybody that super chatted. Let me read your names off because you're absolute bosses. Young, I don't know if it's Young or Young. Young, Box of Juice, Decimate, Thomas, Rodney, Box of Juice again. TCG, First Last. Anthony O. John Peng. Halu, appreciate you. Reese, Racing Boy, Mono, Kyle Woods, Neil S., Nick Davis, Kyle Woods, Ian Atwell, Michael Payne. Young again. Redstow, Toe. Raul, Jonathan, True Gentleman, Richard, Sick Nasty. Young, Jumbo, Raul, Young again. Young was on fire tonight. Justin Hackney dropping his $20 wad earlier. Lunchbox is in the building again. Paul M. Zinski. Young again. Brewski, Avi, Jordan. Number 84. Lunchbox. Travis Rowe. Paul. Young. Hooley. Young was on fire. Paul. Money Mitch. Zinski. Paul M. Yusuf. Zinski. N-Dog. Paul. That boy. That's Ada's boy. Those are buddies right there. All right, guys. Appreciate your super chats. You are all legends in my book. I will see you all later. Peace out.
You are offer sex. You are made offer sex.